Hello, welcome to The Worst Intentions. This is an Elite Dangerous role-playing live stream. With me, I've got Boris playing.
Gabriel. Hi.
And we've got Lyric playing.
Jenya.
And we've got Spuddy playing.
Henry Kincaid.
And the Apple playing.
Oh, I'm having a real big panic. I don't... Ed! I have to go on to the character sheet to remember my name. I was trying so hard.
All right, and with this amazing background music, we will do an intro of the... so far in The Worst Intentions, we started off with everybody being woken up and brought into the police station and talked to the captain of the Acellus Primus police force. A transport ship, a Type 7 transport ship, was found and reported lost in space, supposedly without power. You guys headed off out of the space station to... Oh, wait, before we headed out of the space station, there was one really important thing that happened there, is that Gabriel made a little red light above his desk so that people would stop bothering him. But once that was sorted, you guys all jumped into your spaceships. You headed out towards the location of where this transport was said to be, and there was a poor guy, Commander Ackerman, that cried out for help. And you guys dropped in and saved him, killed all the baddies, and then called in for help to bring him back and get him on his way. Then you continued on to the Aurora Type 7 transport, which was floating in space, but it did have some semblance of power. You guys boarded the ship, doing a umbilical cord style connection with all of your spaceships, connecting to the front of it. Got onto the spaceship, found a bunch of crazed people on the ship that seemed to be camping out in one of the cargo bays, making a home there. They attacked you as soon as they saw you. You guys took them all down, and you managed to take their cyber dog as your new pet. And then you searched the entire ship looking for any clues and evidence. You found out that the ship hailed from a system called Perquis. And in that system, the Planet 7, orbiting the second star, there is a planet where an icy planet where this ship came from. You reported all of this information to your captain, and she said, head on out there while we've got everybody, maybe the element of surprise, and find out what's going on over there. Is this Black Swan, this company that is a horrible, creator of drugs, killing people throughout the system, and want you to track down if it's them, and if so, get evidence so that they can mount a raid with the authorization to go into another system. You guys have just arrived at that planet. You've landed on that planet, and I believe you are getting ready to roll out onto the surface in your surface reconnaissance vehicles. You've found 4 metallic signatures on the planet's surface. A very, very tiny one, a small one, a medium-sized one, and a large blip. They are all about equidistant from where you guys landed. So you need to figure out which one you want to head to first. So you can talk amongst yourselves at this point, decide where you think you want to head first, see what's going on. In your SRVs, you are very, very tiny signatures, and the likelihood of being picked up versus your spacecraft is quite low, which is why you're trying to sneak in there with those vehicles. So at that, I will hand it over to our characters. What would you like to do?
Win.
Should we head to the smallest one?
Because wasn't the smallest one emitting a bunch of power?
Yeah, or that might have been the next one up. I don't remember.
Well, I can give you the information that you got from the scan. If I just double check. Where are my notes? Scan. Here we go. You found there was a tiny blip, and these are all metal signatures. So there was a tiny blip that barely registers at all. There was a small blip, probably a small structure about the size of a house. A medium blip, likely a large house or a modest sized building, or the large blip, which is enough metal to indicate a substantial structure. All the blips are within 650 kilometers of each other.
If we're going to drive
So-
that far, we're going to be here for hours.
That's gonna be a long time. Yeah.
There are 4 of us.
That's a terrible
All
idea.
4.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
I already
You're
know
free to
what
do
you're gonna talk.
whatever you want.
Let's split up
Well,
and
my-
search for clues.
My thinking is if we go to the smallest one, there probably wouldn't be many people there if it's smaller than a house. So we could take out everyone there if we have to.
Maybe it's a clown house.
Maybe it's a clown house.
Maybe some inflatable house. Who knows?
You never know.
And then we can move up to the next biggest one.
Okay. So can we walk? And then
With
they won't be able
what?
to pick us up.
Oh, I
We'll
see.
just
Well, they
start
can't-
walking.
Can't pick us up in our little buggies either.
Oh yeah, because we're below.
Yeah, because we're
Yeah,
little.
the famous movie thing. You got to fly low.
Okay, should
So
we
is
do
that-
that? Nobody else has a plan.
Yeah, that's a. I don't have a plan. So we're just gonna drive at that.
Charge at it.
Well,
We'll
drive towards it. Hopefully, there's a
Yeah.
cliff we can peek over.
Yeah, we'll drive towards the conveniently placed ridge.
So which particular location are you guys driving towards?
The smallest one.
Little
The
blip.
tiny one. Okay.
Yeah.
Their outhouse.
All right. Sorry.
The outhouse, isn't it? By the time
The
you get there?
outhouse, right. All right, so you all so you guys are all heading towards the tiny blip. So you guys descend out of your spacecraft. Your little SRVs pop out the bottom of those, and you can, as a group, the 4 of you, start driving across the terrain, the rocky terrain. I thought I had a picture of the rocky terrain. Like, I don't see it.
Because it's like icy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an icy body, but where did I put that picture? Oh, here we go. I need to... if I gotta remember my shortcuts for this game. And then I gotta do this, and... There we go. And then I will flip over to this
Yeah, look at
scene.
that.
Nice.
Hopefully that you guys can see that all well. Make sure that now we're on a new scene. I hope that the sound
Oh, the
is all
audio.
still good. Make sure the sound is all good on this scene.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
But okay, good. But yeah, so you guys are on a rocky planet, right? You got your little SRV buggies. You're driving across the landscape. You drive for, it does take a little while in these machines. They do go pretty quick, but you're also trying to be not noticed too much. So you drive towards the tiny blip for about an hour. As you crest over the hill, see, it's not a convenient cliff, but there's a convenient hill. As you crest over the hill, you see a large articulated truck lying on its side. The front end has been smashed in. It appears to have been traveling a little bit too fast, and it collided with a nearby jagged ice boulder. It is on its side and just sitting there. What would you like to do?
Do we have any kind of scanning stuff? I don't know. Can we scan it for
Is
life?
this Star Trek?
Yeah.
Request scans and then. Oh, here we go. Got a map.
Now, obviously, my picture of the truck is not on its side, but just use your imagination.
Yeah.
No, I refuse.
Imagination in an RPG? Get out of here.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys roll up in your little buggies. There is a truck there. It looks like it's smashed in pretty good on the front end. It's up on its side. From the distance that you are right now, all you can see is the truck. You don't see, like, as you just do a quick scan around the area, you don't see any movement. The truck looks to be perfectly still. It's not like the wheels are still spinning or anything like that. This doesn't look like it happened literally right now. It's obviously been sitting here for a little bit. You don't know exactly how long, obviously, from this distance. And I see that yes, we're putting out scanner marks
That's
on
the
the map.
ridge. That's the
Oh,
ridge.
that's the ridge. That's the ridge.
So we're
Right.
creeping up over the ridge. Yeah. I've decided I could control the terrain. By the end of this, I'm going to be GM.
Yeah. So what would you like to do? Yeah, you have all of your anything you'd like to do. Obviously, if you wanted to, you do have simple scanners on your craft, but they or on your vehicle. They are mostly set up for like looking for analyzing rocks and things of that nature, because people use them quite a bit for gathering materials that are used for making stuff, I guess. But you do have some basic scanners that you can search around. You could search for movement, things of that nature if you want.
Can we use Henry's magic eye to zoom in and see if there's anyone
Zoom in
around?
hands. I was gonna ask, from where we are, can we see if this truck has any like markings on it? Like, is it a part of the Swan Corp or anything like that?
Well, yeah. So roll me a perception then. Like you are quite a ways away, and you're using your eyeball. Does your eyeball give you any bonuses to your perception?
Yep.
Sweet.
I got a 5.
Oh yeah, it doesn't help when I roll a 1.
Yeah, from this distance, you guys are having a hard time picking up. Like you definitely don't see any obvious. Like if there was movement, you would see that for sure. But you don't see any. Like you can't pick out any details on the side of the truck or anything like that. There's no like smoke or anything like that billowing from it. It looks relatively stable and calm and motionless.
I say we just have a look at it. Take a
We'll
look.
just
Go
drive
in.
up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, remind me, Anubis, does this planet have atmosphere? I don't think it did, right?
It
Or
has
really
a very like super thin atmosphere, but you're unable to. Yeah, if you want to get out of your buggies and actually do a visual inspection in person, you will have to put on your spacesuits. The atmosphere is
Already in
not
it.
breathable.
Never took it off.
Of course,
Never
yes,
leave.
of course. Our fearless medic is always in a spacesuit.
Yeah, that's how we should just get a bit closer.
Yeah.
All right, are you going to drive up and kind of like drive around it, or is that the plan?
I am.
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, so
We'll
you
drive in circles around it, all of us, to intimidate anyone that's out. Shout out
all
the
right.
window.
So yeah, you kind of like do a quick perimeter roll around the vehicle, pick up anything. You guys do have weapons equipped on your SRVs. There are 2 fixed weapons up front and a turreted weapon on top. So in case there is trouble, you have those things at your disposal. But as you kind of like drive around the truck, you kind of get all different sides of it. You're still trying to just peer through. Henry, can you roll me another perception check as you drive around? Because I know you're using your cybernetic eye to see if you can pick up anything. Yeah, you're noticing like as you go around, the truck seems very nondescript. It is not like you don't pick up any verbiage or symbology or anything like that on the side of the truck. Now who knows if there was anything on the part of the truck that is completely smashed in, but the side of the truck that is facing up and the top of the truck that you can see as you go around and the back side of the truck, you don't see any kind of verbiage or any kind of symbology on it.
Okay.
As you drive around this vehicle, there is no new movement, like no signs of movement, no signs of life. There's no, your scanners aren't picking up anything other than just a metallic signature. This is definitely the tiny blip that you guys had picked up on your way down.
Okay.
Do we want to go check out the inside, maybe? See what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Gabriel is already in his spacesuit, so I reckon he should go have a look inside.
Yeah, we'll cover them with our guns on our vehicle.
Are you getting out, Gabriel, to go take a peek?
This is scary. All right, it doesn't look like anyone's around, so I'll get out.
All right, so Gabriel gets out of his vehicle. Well, the three of you, basically, as he moves, your guys' turrets are all just following him.
Yeah.
But we're tracking him. What, in case he just tries to do something?
Fingers
I'm
on the
kidding. You guys
trigger.
obviously can be tracking whatever you want, but he's the
I
only
want to
moving
track
target.
him now.
All right, Gabriel, as you make your approach towards the vehicle, how do you want to approach it? Where are you going first? So the cab is up front. That's also the part that seems to be quite smashed in. There's also a obviously a back side to this and a set of doors on the back.
When you said how do you want to approach it, I thought you meant like skipping or...
Oh, that too.
No, I'm going to stroll confidently up to the back doors and attempt to open them, to fling them open. I'm going to have my gun out.
All right, so you're going to head to the back and see what's in the cargo hatch, basically.
Yes.
All right, so you head around to the backside and you go to look at the door, and it does look like it in the crash. It looks like the doors have been crumpled a little bit, but they are open. They're not locked. So you can try and try and pull it open. They're a little bit stuck. So give me an athletics check.
You'd think I'd remember how to do this.
It's under espionage.
There we go.
You pull on it, and they're not budging. If you just keep going at it, you're pretty sure you'll eventually get it. But everybody's watching you intently, and you feel like you may be making a fool of yourself. You wrench on it a little bit more, and eventually it does pop open, making quite a loud noise. There's no way. At this point that you were not, if somebody is here, there's no way you have not been noticed with the amount of effort that you put into this and the noise you've made as you open it up. But as you open the door open, it slams down onto the side, right? So you're basically, because it's on its side, like you pulled it open and you had to back out of the way as the door slammed down. And pouring out of it is a bunch of box, crates and things. One of the crates, as it hits the ground, it smashes open and the top barrel's open, and a whole bunch of packets of this blue crystals fall out of the crate all over the ground.
Good.
So, are we going to assume that that's all drugs?
Yeah.
This is a drug vehicle.
Should we take pictures for our captain?
Oh, we haven't
whoever?
been taking pictures so far, have we?
Oh, we haven't.
Well, we've not had anything to take pictures of. This is the first thing we've seen.
Apart from all the dead bodies.
Probably
should
Gabriel
have
could always
taken
go further in and see if he could find what's the word I'm looking for? Someone's phone. Or a data pad. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
That says, "Here are the people that did this. It's Black Swan, us." And then we can just
That's right.
these are our drugs.
Army of the Black Swan. Is that what you're going for there?
Yep.
So, is there much space left in, or is it just filled to the brim with all these drugs?
Well, you do on your spacesuit you have lights that you can flip on the helmet and stuff as well. So if you flip those on and you peer into the back of the vehicle, it looks like it's just like a cargo space. There's a whole bunch of crates and stuff in here. That one that spilled out and busted open, you saw the contents, but it looks like it's pretty much brimming in the back of this. There's with just crates and things of that nature.
Okay. So I'm going, by the way, I've never had my lights off. Lights on, high vis on.
Good to know. Let me take a note.
So can I go to the front? Go to the front and have a look in?
All right, as you walk around the side, you peer. I'm assuming you're kind of trying to take a quick glance inside the window of the vehicle. And as you do, you notice it looks like there are two figures inside the cab that are not moving.
Do I shoot them?
No, search them.
Okay, can I get in first? Am I able to open the door? That seems like
so obviously one door is on the ground. The other door is up top, so you have to climb up onto the top of it to try and pull that door open. There is glass windows and stuff in the front. You can see in. It doesn't look like it does look like part of the windshield or whatever has been smashed a bit, open to the elements. It doesn't look like there's a big enough spot to crawl in through there unless you want to try and rip on the glass or, blast it or something. Or you can climb up on top and try and open the door.
I am tempted to just shoot it until I can get in. Don't really want to climb up. I'll try climbing first. If that fails, then I'll shoot it.
It's not that difficult. It is a little bulky in your spacesuit, but you can get up there no problem. No roll required, and you kind of scamper up to the top. and try and pull on the door. This one doesn't appear to be like wedged or anything like that. So it opens out. Yeah, so you have to kind of like pull it up to open it up. And you look in, and you see you're on the passenger side. It's the driver's side that's down on the ground, and you look in, and there is a guy in the passenger seat. He's slumped down, kind of on top of the other guy. The guy in the driver's seat looks like the whole vehicle crumpled in on him. You can't see from his his legs or his torso or anything. It's kind of all collapsed into the vehicle. You're pretty sure that somebody can't survive that. There is blood and stuff all around. He's just crumpled right into it.
Do they have spacesuits on?
They are actually wearing just like flight suits with rem locks and things. You would get the impression that the inside of this vehicle, when it's not in a crash into the side of a rock state, that it was fully pressurized inside of here. The driver doesn't have the rem lock up over its face, so the automatic mechanism did not turn on, right? But the passenger does have a rem lock up over his face. And being a medic, you would know that the way that those devices are, they do extend in an emergency, and the fact that the one around the driver didn't extend means that the driver was likely dead before the rem lock had a chance to realize that it was needed, right? But the one in the passenger seat is definitely extended.
Can I root around in there and try and find anything?
Yeah, for sure. Give me a perception check as you root around in there.
Okay. There.
Oh, a ceiling. All right. Yeah, you root around and you kind of move the bodies around a bit to kind of look inside. You do find in the pockets of both of the people in this truck, there's a packet of that blue stuff in their pockets. And as you kind of look around, you also find an empty packet kind of down in the feet area. And then there's also, as you kind of look through the passenger's gear, you find a really nice looking weapon. It's a laser pistol, but it's not a standard issue laser pistol. You're not exactly sure what it is. You can roll me just a straight up energy weapons check to see if you know what it is.
Yeah. Once I find it. Is that... There we go. Energy weapons.
Ooh.
Energy weapons. Yeah, so you're not exactly sure what it is, but it's definitely not standard issue. Maybe somebody else on your team will be able to figure out exactly how it works. Or you can just use it and see what happens.
Shoulder. No, I'm going to grab it and throw it over my shoulder towards the other vehicles. One of them can get out
God.
and get it.
Just going to toss it?
Yeah. Well, it's low gravity. I can throw it a fair way.
Yeah, it is. It's very low gravity. So yeah, you guys kind of watch as Gabriel kind of climbs in. So you see his kind of legs maybe sticking out a little bit as he kind of roots through a bit, and then he pulls himself back out, and then all of a sudden you see kind of an arm just kind of fly out of the top of the vehicle, and all of a sudden there's an object floating, arcing towards you guys. Roll me an athletics check there. I want to see how far you throw this thing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hey, not too bad.
Okay.
I was really hoping you'd crit on that one, but you toss it and it just kind of floats down. I'll say it drops kind of pretty close in front of Jenya's vehicle there. Just, you look through the rest of the vehicle and you don't seem to find anything else in there. It looks like they're traveling fairly light except for obviously their cargo. But yeah, that's about it.
Can I do a medical check on them to see how they're going, how they might have died, whether they were taking some of that empty packet of blue drug?
Yeah, for sure. Roll me a medicine check. Without the medicine check, you know for sure they're both dead. They're donezo. But yeah, as you do a quick medicine check on them.
You've made corpses before. You know what
Nate.
they look like.
So yeah, you notice that the driver looks like he's got some of that blue veining happening on his neck that you saw from the Aurora. The passenger, though, doesn't appear to have any of that going on him. And you notice that the driver had one packet in their pocket and the passenger still had 2 packets, and there was one empty packet on the ground. So you feel that likely somebody took that stuff right before this happened. Because the timing of death seems...
I don't know how this organization functions if all of its members
Taking the drugs.
are taking all the drugs they're supposed to be delivering.
So they don't have to pay them. They pay them in drugs.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm satisfied that they just had an accident.
They don't have any
But
data pads or whatever they're called.
I don't know. I don't think I found any. Do I have to do another perception thing?
No, I mean, you looked
Look
around. You found the weapon and stuff, yeah, but you didn't see any data panels.
Okay. So these guys are just ferrying stuff around this planet and had an accident. That's what I assume.
Yeah, that's what it looks
Seems
like.
so, doesn't it?
Okay. Does anyone want to take any of this stuff?
Like,
What do you mean
take
by
the
taking
drugs?
Yeah.
Yeah. A
No.
bit of a snort.
And when you say
Should I
take it,
give
do you mean like bring it with you, or do you mean snort it?
Either.
Whatever you feel.
So when Gabriel comes out, we can just see in his helmet just a bunch of blue in the visor of his helmet. Just hotbox the suit.
Well, how
Nice.
else are we going to know what this does to
That's
you
true.
if one
We've
of
got
us
to find
doesn't?
out the effects,
Whoa.
right?
We have seen
There's
a
only
bunch
one
of
way.
people.
Only one way to know
who have
what it
taken
does.
it.
Yeah. Go on, Gabe. Take one for the team.
You didn't you do an analysis on it not that long ago and realize that it is pretty lethal?
Yeah.
I've still got a bit stashed away in my
Oh,
spaceship
okay.
just in case it's valuable. All right, I'll head back to my SRV then. If anyone else wants to do anything, that gun's still on the ground. If someone wants to pick it up, I don't want it.
Well, I'd have to get into my spacesuit to pick it up, wouldn't I?
You have
Yep.
plenty of time.
Unless Gabriel does it for you. Yeah. Or you are in a flight suit with a rem lock. So if you wanted to, you could just extend the rem lock, head out, grab it, come back in. But your rem lock does have 5 minutes of emergency, so you would be working your way through some of that for not necessarily your emergency.
I was looking around in that thing for ages. You could have done it while that was happening.
Oh.
I assume that again. I'm being
Yeah,
GM.
actually, yeah, that's fine. If you as soon as he threw it out and he kept scrambling through if you wanted to take the time to put your suit on and go out and grab it and come back in,
Okay.
yeah, that's totally cool.
Yeah, I'll do
I think
that.
I probably would have suited up too at some point,
Okay,
just because.
So instead
Just
of
walking around.
making sure that I was safe, you were all just getting changed.
yep. It sounds like Ed Foster was Steely Eye Missile Man, on target.
Yeah, I didn't get changed. I was watching your ass the whole time. Just your ass. That's right.
Were you trying to remember what they look like
That
after
big
the
bulky
encounter on the
spacesuit.
Aurora?
Don't you fucking start. What the hell? That was evil.
Yeah. For people that missed the last episode, or I guess it was the 2 episodes ago, Ed Foster had a couple of people decide that they thought that the best place to put the ammo of their weapons was in Ed Foster's behind.
In my ass. Like, Jesus.
So on that spaceship that we found, there's just 2 cheeks floating.
Somebody's recovering that ship. And they were like, what
Yeah.
was this from? We'll try and figure out. They're just analysing my arse cheeks.
Yes. So, is there anything else you'd like to do at
Can we see if there's
this
tracks?
overturned truck?
Is it?
Oh
does it
yeah,
leave
we could
tracks?
follow the tracks.
Yeah, if you would
Can I
like
have a look
to
at this
take a
gun
look, do you want to
first?
follow the tracks?
Oh yeah, Jenya wants to look at the gun.
Oh yeah, yeah. Take a look at that gun.
Oh, I got a 5.
That for this actually, because I think was it Boris or sorry, Gabriel got a 4. You got a 5, and that's barely enough to know what this thing is. This is what is called and since you have discovered the information, I will share. So if you you have found a Hyperion laser pistol, I believe is the name of this thing. And it doesn't look like I stuck. Do I not have? I did not make this thing. Well, that's awesome of me. You've got a Hyperion laser pistol, which basically I do have. Yeah, here we go. I will edit this and I will put it in all of the players' journals. And you did discover things, so I will add this to there and I will save it. Okay, so you have a new item in your journal, which gives you a bit of a background on what you guys found here, but also the Hyperion laser pistol basically gives you a +5 to your energy weapon score. So if you look at your energy weapon score, and if that +5 happens to bring you up to the next 10, then it'll increase your bonus by 1. Now, I don't know what everybody's energy weapon score is.
It will for me.
It will for
you
you?
can have it then.
Yeah, it will for me. But I also have
I don't know if
salt
anybody
meter,
else
so-
can.
No, it doesn't for me.
Yeah, so that's the only benefit. So basically, it's got built into it a little bit of like assisted targeting, which gives you that bonus to hit basically.
Okay. I already.
Otherwise,
got
it is identical to a laser pistol. It just increases your score a little bit.
I already got the rifle.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the laser
Some
rifle,
other-
right?
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm happy to give it to
Henry.
Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't remember the character name. Yeah, so I'll take it over to his buggy.
Well, you don't dial him up on your comms?
Shush, come muffin. Why is he on the radio?
Yeah, do you
All right.
have Muffin in one of the cars?
Yes, one of you do. You have to decide.
Oh,
Right, yeah,
okay.
like one of you could. They're actually in the back of your SRVs. You guys actually have like proper cells. You know, like so they're set up so if you find people, you can lock them away in those things, right? And they're properly set up too with like obviously breathable air and pressurization and all that jazz. They are separate from your guys' cockpit, so there's no way that somebody could like interact with you. So one of you can have the dog in one of those, basically.
Whose ship was it in?
I think Ed might have
Yeah, I
it.
think
Yeah,
it was on
Ed.
my ship. Yeah.
So I guess it's
I'll
in
have
yours.
Tom Muffin. Yeah. I'll bring it along.
I feel bad for if we end up locking someone and hit the cell in
Oh
Ed's ship.
Christ!
Just
Yeah.
sitting there with his cybernetic
Yes,
dog
I have to
in the back.
remember where you put the dog, just in
Yeah.
case you forget.
That could be
You
great
just,
though
like,
for
drop
some
it.
information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you guys can control them, right? With that comm panel, but you have to remember that whatever the last order you gave him, he will keep doing until you tell him to do something else. That's one important piece of information that I will repeat because I think it's important.
We'll end up
But
boosting
yes,
him on the other side of the planet because he just keeps running in a straight line.
yeah. So with a little bit of a Benny Hill theme song in the background, you guys managed to get the Hyperion laser pistol over to Henry, and then everybody back into their appropriate vehicles. What would you like
Then
to
we
do?
look for tracks, right?
Yeah.
Ah.
That's what we wanted to
All
do.
right.
Well, do the tracks, if there are any tracks, do they lead towards one of the other blips?
Mhm.
So somebody give me a survival check.
Fine.
Or actually, whoever's got the best survival, make the roll, and then because the rest of you are helping out, you'll get a +1 to that roll.
I don't
Okay.
have a good survival check.
I don't either.
That's why I'm in my
Oh,
spacesuit.
No, I don't have.
No, I don't have very good. either.
Is everybody just a +1?
Yeah.
All right. So
All right.
flip a coin. Somebody roll, and
Who's
you're a
feeling
+2
lucky?
because of
I've done it.
people are
I've done it
helping.
well.
He's done it. He's done it.
So you got a
Well.
11 actually because I was giving you an extra +1 for the assistance. So yeah, so you do a pretty thorough, and I'll say that you probably maybe look around, like when you were out around the truck in your spacesuit too, you were kind of maybe like taking a closer look with outside of your vehicle, and then you maybe get back into your vehicle and kind of drive around a bit, see if you can find anything else. But sadly, because this is a pretty packed ice planet, you don't find any kind of real tracks or things of that nature. The vehicle doesn't seem to have left anything like that behind. And if they had, because there is a light atmosphere, there is a bit of wind as well. So who knows if, but you feel fairly confident that you should have found tracks if you can. The one thing you can do though, and especially with that roll, is you can see how it crashed. Now you don't know if it spun around a lot before it stopped, right? But based on kind of like where the ass end of that truck is, the direction, if you were to draw a straight line back towards a blip, it does line up with one of the blips.
Okay. Should we head to that blip?
Yeah, can find out where it came from.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
That's good because I've already left.
Oh,
Oh, what are you running?
Oh no, I got back. I'm in my thing.
Oh, right. Just running the spacesuit.
All right. So you notice that when you look, so there are when you look at your scanner and where the blips are, this one looks like it's pointing towards. It actually looks like it's pointing towards the largest of all the blips. So like the biggest
Do you wanna go
facility.
there first?
yeah. Oh. Sorry?
Do you want to go there first? Or I guess
The
second.
large one, the big one. Yes.
We've done the smallest. Now we'll go to the biggest, and
Yeah.
then we'll
Yeah.
go to the next
Yeah.
smallest. And
Yeah,
the
it's
next
the
largest.
Goldilocks issue,
Yeah.
right?
Right. So you've been in
Not
the tiny
extreme.
blip. There is a small, a large, and a medium. Right. So those are the three that you have left.
Yeah, so I guess we're going to the
Yeah.
large, and then if there's nothing at the large, then we'll go to the medium. If there's nothing at the medium, then we'll go to the. Never
It
mind.
seems
That's
like this
The
thing
small
is
one
full of
was-
stuff.
Yeah.
And this is the small one. This was full of stuff, which seems to have come from the large one.
Yeah.
So I assume that's where it's all stored.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm using my detective skills.
Yeah.
So maybe we should go to where it was going, or do we want?
Oh yeah, my bad. Actually, I got that wrong. It's the medium. It would have been coming from the medium one, not the large one. Sorry.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So we'll go to the where they keep it all. If it turns out that's not where they keep it all, then I am going to tell you all to
Retire?
forget that I said this. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm too old for this.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
I think
you're
you just gotta
basically making the this truck was full of stuff, and so you're thinking that it was leaving from wherever the stuff comes from and going somewhere else. If you actually look at the direction it was driving, it would pass by. It looks like it would pass by the small blip, but it was heading more in the direction of the large blip. That's where I messed up. It was the direction it was going.
Okay.
So it looks like it was heading to the large blip from the medium blip, but it would pass by the small blip on the way.
Okay. Well,
So medium
I'm
blip?
already headed towards the medium blip.
Yeah, we're medium
Sold.
blip.
All right.
All right.
So as you guys start driving along, heading towards the medium blip, you're speeding across the ice planet. You're bouncing along the low gravity. Radar picks up a signal that is squawks a warning. And around a corner, around a hill, comes three large articulated trucks driving. And as they come around the side of that hill, they appear to have noticed you, because all of a sudden they all turn in your direction and start driving straight at you.
We should have figured this one out.
Yeah.
if the truck's driving along this route, maybe we shouldn't drive on the route. Yeah, let's find where more trucks drive.
That's a good point.
Which is funny because you guys made exactly the same assessment when you were coming like in space, right?
Yeah.
You decided to not
Yeah.
take the road most traveled.
Yeah.
So I am going to, let me just make sure I'm taking you to the right place. Yes. Okay, this is where I want to take you.
May
So
I
I'm going to
make
move
the
you
point that I'm on
onto
8 health.
Oh.
It's a good thing you're in a vehicle.
For
Yeah.
now.
It's good that you're in a vehicle.
Depends on
I
how
will
this
flip-
battle ends.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe get tossed out.
Or maybe I decide to
so-
get out.
Oh yeah,
For fun.
yeah.
In case you get that bloodlust up again and you stab someone.
Yo! Start stabbing my way through a windscreen.
All right. I need to reveal an area of this map to you guys, so I will do so. Oh, what's going on here? Reveal area. Boom. So did that work? No.
No.
What is it doing? Am I on the wrong layer? Oh, this thing. GM layer. Reveal areas. I'm having a lot. There we go.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
scroll
this-
down to the bottom of that page. You guys basically come rolling in to this location, or they come rolling on top of you, and everybody click on your character, a little SRVs, and roll me the initiative button in the top left. Oh, and I probably should change combat. There we go. All right, everybody's rolling initiative. I will roll initiative for the baddies. And
We got excellent names again.
Yep.
you like?
Oh, I'm not in the list again.
Neither am I. Did I do the right thing?
You. Is it like the button?
And
that
Henry.
you're
I see.
using the
I see
top
Ed. I
left?
see Henry.
Yeah, we
Oh,
still
you
don't
add your
have any.
people. We need to remove the people from the list. Here, let's just. I'm just gonna reset it there, and now everybody click on your thing and hit initiative again.
In the SRV character sheet?
Yeah, the SRV, the token on the map there. Just click on your token and then
Yeah,
hit
so
initiative.
if you click your token and then in the
There we go.
yeah.
I went into the character sheet and did it that way.
Ah, yes, because your initiatives are different in your vehicles versus when you're on foot and
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're in
I
space.
realized what my mistake was.
All right. There we go. All right. So, as they don't seem to get the drop on you, as you guys roll into this situation, you notice 3 of these trucks, and they look very similar in make and model to the one that was flipped up on its side. And you come rolling in, and Henry, you are up first.
Did
we
you
didn't
Oh,
check
actually, one thing
these
I'll say is everybody starts. So we are in vehicle combat, which is slightly different. So you will notice that in the journal there is the combat notebook that I made for you guys. You want to go to vehicle combat, and then you can see all of the things that you can do there. So you can take a look at that. It is very similar to how spaceship combat worked, but there are some small differences. Obviously, they don't call it dogfighting on the ground. They call it tailing a target. And I think that might be one of the major. Instead of dogfight, it's tailing. Your speed is significant on the ground because you can crash into things, unlike in space where it's mostly empty space. So the order of things is a little bit different. I'll walk you through it as we go. But yeah, you can take a look at all your different actions there. They are fairly similar to how things were done in spaceship combat. But Henry, you are up first, and the first thing you need to decide. Everybody starts at speed of 5. Okay. If you open up your ship character sheet. So if you click on, or not your ship, sorry. If you click on your vehicle on the map, and then you hold down the Shift key and double click, it will open up your actual vehicle sheet. That's a quick shortcut to get to your vehicle ship sheet if you would like. And then on the vehicle tab, you will see at the very bottom, I filled in the speed information, right? So there'll be a bunch of stuff there for at what speed you are driving, and then what is your defense bonus and your attack penalty. Those numbers will come into play as we go, but just so you know where they are. You all start at speed 5. That is the normal speed. The faster you go, the better your defense will be, but the harder it will be to hit things, and the harder... Oh, we got the psychedelic time again. I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the faster you go, the harder you are to hit, the harder it is for you to hit somebody. And also, if for whatever reason you're driving along and there's a giant boulder in the ground, the harder it will be for you to evade said boulder the faster you're going. I will return you back to the articulated truck that was on its side in the previous scene.
Nicely pointed
So,
out.
knowing that, Mr. Henry Kincaid, you see 3 trucks off in the distance. They are barreling towards you guys. First thing you need to decide is, would you like to slow down or speed up? Or go the same?
I think I'm going to speed up to 6.
All right, if you look at your vehicle, I believe you can accelerate up to 4 in a turn and decelerate only 2 in a turn.
Ooh, that's a lot. Actually, then I'm going to go up to 7.
All right, so you are now at a speed of 7. You guys need to keep track of where you're at. But yeah, so you are now at a speed of 7. So you speed up and you head towards the enemy. The next thing that you need to do is, if you remember at this point too, none of you have taken any damage to your shields, but you would be able to recharge 5 shields at this point if you did. And then the next thing that we need to do is check for obstacles to see if you run into anything.
Perfect.
On your way into battle.
So, what do I do?
I'm checking for you.
Oh,
there is rough terrain in front of you as you start driving down. I believe in the top left-hand side, you will see I think it's like avoid rough or something like that I made for you guys.
Evade rough, yes.
Evade rough. Click that button.
Speed is 7. Submit.
Ooh, an 8 versus a 14. So you hit that rock.
Oh.
So your number is the 8 and the 14 was the rock. And you take 35 points of damage. You first put that to your shields, and if it takes your shields down, it starts taking from your hull.
It did not go through my shields.
All right, good. But it probably did some serious damage to your shields.
No, what's shields again? Shields blue, right?
Shields is the blue one.
So I actually took a bit of hull damage there.
That's how we started out.
Yep.
We see 3 trucks and you immediately just crash.
Yes, so... And because you failed that, you actually lose your action this turn. You spend your turn trying to basically collect yourself after running into a giant
a very talented
boulder. So yes. So thank you, Henry, for showing so dramatically how bad rocks can be. So you are now at speed 7. You are still at distance because you were unable to get any a lot closer. I think you just stay at the. I don't think. Yeah. It's only if there's different situations where your speed goes to 0. Anyhow, so next up, let me click on the turn counter thing here. We've got the yellow hooligan. Hooligan is up next. He is going to drive straight at. Well, he sees a guy hit a rock and he laughs. You don't know that, but you imagine that that's what he's doing, and he is going to attempt to joust. He is at distance. He's going to attempt to joust Mr. Kincaid because he thinks he's easy pickings.
Can I get out and punch his vehicle?
He's going to drive in and try and joust you. He ends up close, but you do not. And he is going to try and joust you, which means that I need to roll for his to hit on you. So let me click here on him. He's going to fire a multi-cannon at you. And he is going to hit you. That is versus hull. You take 10 points of damage as he fires at you with his first multi-cannon. And then he is going to fire at you with a second multi-cannon. And he is going to miss you with the second multi-cannon. So yeah, he comes rolling in, and he's firing at you with 2 multi-cannons on the top of his giant truck. hits you once, misses you the second time. That is the end of his turn. Up next, we have Ed. Oh, shoot. Actually, before I totally forgot, he has to roll for freaking obstacles. So you might not take that damage. Let's check to make sure that he doesn't kill himself
Crashing the same rock I did.
as he goes in.
Laughs at you and just spins it as well.
Oh, okay, yeah. Take that damage back.
Hooray!
He hits a sudden slope. So as he comes barreling at you, you all of a sudden notice that he hits a bit of a rise on the ground, and his wheels start to kind of like lift off the ground. I am going to roll for him, and he is. Let me find my card that explains how this stuff works. Because he is traveling at very, very risky speeds as well. He flies through the air and takes... Yes. So yeah, he flies through the air and takes some damage. But because of that, he's unable. So he's actually not up close either. So he starts driving at you, opens up with his weapons, but his weapons fire up into up away from the planet, because as he's so focused on you and laughing at you, he hits a slope and goes flying through the air, and then the truck comes barreling down eventually, and he looks like he hit really badly as he floats, like hits the ground, tries to recover. He also doesn't get to do anything on his turn because he basically spend the turn soaring through low G. Next up, we have Ed. So yes, first up, what would you like to do speed wise?
I'd like to stay the same. I think. I just wanted. If what happened to Spidey just happened to me, I would be on 3 health. Okay. So I'm very scared right now.
Don't forget though that you're doing damage now to the shields and the hull of your vehicle.
Yeah,
not your character.
Including that.
That's extra. That's separate. It's not a part of your character.
Oh, okay.
Now, if your vehicle goes to 0, it explodes, and if you happen to be in it, that's a problem.
Right.
But
I see. Okay. Yeah. No. I get it now. All right. Okay. Oh well, then fuck it. Let's fuck it.
You're gonna speed up.
Yeah. Let's go to I could do 4. Right. Let's go to a solid 7. Okay. That's a solid speed. 7 speed. I don't. And I want to strafe the yellow
Press
one.
the 7 button.
I'll press the 7 button. Get to 7 speed. And I
press the 7 button.
I want to get the.
So yeah, so you've adjusted speed. You've gone up to 7. Just make note that you're at 7. So right now we've got Henry and Ed at speed of 7. We will check for obstacles for you. Oh, look, there are no obstacles.
Oh,
You just drive on like right past Henry, vroom, as he's trying to get himself off the rock. Yes, what would you like to do? So you now are free to do any of the at distance actions. So you can joust, strafe. Now, and you actually can. So jousting was just barreling in. You end up close, right? You fire all your weapons at the enemy, and then your turn is over. Strafing is you go in, you fire your weapons until you miss one, and the first time you miss, you're done. But you end up on that red line so that you are disengaging, which means that at the beginning of your next turn, you'll be at distance if nobody pulls you in. You can snipe, which is what our good friend Gabriel was doing in the past with his spaceship, but you do have to stop to do that. So that's kind of out of it right now because you sped up. You can play chicken with someone.
It's worked for me in the past.
You can flee, just run away.
Just leave.
Yep. Or you can pass, which gives you a reroll on 1 check from now to the next of your turn, but you don't get to do anything.
Oh, this is such a bad. I'm gonna joust him. It's such a bad.
You're gonna
idea.
joust him.
I'm
All right. So you're gonna roll in, and you're gonna joust him. Yeah. All right. So who would you like to attack? Yellow, red, or fuchsia?
Sorry. That's not like a color. Sounds like a disease. I'll go for yellow, please.
Yellow. So as he's flying through the air, you're gonna take pot shots at him.
I'm gonna hopefully try and get some. As he's up in the air, get some underneath him.
All right, so you need to roll so I believe you have 3 weapons, actually.
Okay.
So top left, there's 2 buttons. There's one which is a multi-cannon. I think it says ×2. And then there's one which is a turreted something or other.
Plasma repeater?
Plasma repeater. Okay, so that's your turreted weapon. You have one of those, and then you have 2 multi-cannons. So
Okay.
go ahead and fire. So you basically get to use the multi-cannon twice, and you get to use the plasma repeater once.
Okay.
So let's do them one at a time.
Okay. So you want to start with multi-cannon?
Sure. Go with your multi-cannons. Where is the card I'm looking for? Risky speed. Where is the attack? Okay. So you make a roll, and then is against the bad guys. Okay. So you got yourself a 12. What is your speed right now? It's 7?
Yes.
So you get a -1 to that roll because it's harder to hit while you're going fast, right? But your
Okay.
defense is up.
Yeah.
So you actually only got an 11 on that hit.
Okay.
But that is enough to just hit him. So go ahead and roll.
No burst, right? Just
No burst.
and versus hull, no.
Actually, yes, versus Hull.
Oh, versus hull. Ooh. Oh.
He had a crash. Well, they don't
He
have
did not
shields.
have any. He doesn't have any shields. It appears. Yeah.
Oh.
So you've just done 5 points of damage
Impressive.
to his hull.
Okay.
Next up,
Next
go for your
multi-cannon.
next weapon.
Let's go. Boom. Oh, that's annoying.
That one misses, I believe. Let's just double. Oh, actually, I got to roll for it. So, yep, that misses. Go ahead and roll your next
Okay, repeat.
attack.
My last one. Woo.
That's a 14. Yep, and actually, yeah, that is a total of 11. So you get 3. What is the max on these? Oh wait, you're doing this with the plasma repeater, so
Yeah,
that's just
yeah.
straight 10 damage. There's no burst on this one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's just 10 damage with the plasma repeater. Nice thing about that is it's just guaranteed 10 damage if you hit, right? Whereas with the burst weapons, you could do minimum of 5, but maximum of 15 if you get max burst. So it's variable. There we go. Yeah, so you've done 10 more damage to this guy. That is all your weapons. So you are now put yourself in that up close area on the map. And it is now Gabriel Baxter. You are at speed
I am
5.
unsurprisingly going to stop because I assume I
So
have
you
to
can
come to a
decelerate.
halt.
You can decelerate 2 in
So
your
does that
in your
mean I
turn. So
can't
you're at 5,
snipe?
so you can go down to 3.
So I can't snipe because I'm still rolling.
Okay, I see what you're trying to do. You want to basically just like full on handbrake and decelerate right to nothing.
Yeah.
I will let you attempt that maneuver, but you will need to make a vehicle piloting skill, and if you don't do well, you might hurt your vehicle.
Okay, so that'll be my character, right? Vehicle skills, vehicle piloting. There we go.
Ah, yes. It's a 9. That's a pretty decent roll. I'll say that you can basically full on stop. You kind of roll to a stop, like pull the emergency brake. You are now completely still. And as you do so, you realize that Henry managed to get around that rock and he's starting to pull away from you. But go ahead and I believe you're trying to do the snipe thing, right? So
Yeah, so let's fire all the things.
fire all your
I-
weapons. You get a +1 to your attack, but your defense is 0. So if anybody tries to get you, they will hit automatically. Your speed penalty, I believe, is 0 though right now, right? Because you're at 0, so you've got so you attack with a 7, but you get a +1, so you get an 8. I will roll for who are you attacking?
The fuchsia guy. That's who
You wanna shoot fuchsia?
Yeah.
All right, so you got a total of 8. Sadly, that misses, but you can fire all your weapons. So go ahead and fire your next. Ooh, wow. Okay, yeah. So that is a 14.
Then I've got to roll again.
So that's the first one. You got a total of 14. I've got a. Okay, you get 1 burst. Hit the roll for damage and add 1 burst, and it is versus hull.
Yes, submit. There we go.
15 damage.
All right. And then I did the same thing again for the other cannon.
Yep. And then do the other cannon. Ooh,
Okay.
9. But I rolled like poop. So that is a total of 8. You get 1 burst again. So yeah, roll and add 1 burst, and it's versus hull. Oh,
Oh,
another 15 points of damage. Wow.
legend.
You did 30 points of damage to that guy. So he's been hit a couple of times. Sadly, your plasma cannon went boom, right over top. But that is your turn. You are sniping, so you are at 0 speed right now. You're at distance, but if anybody comes after you, they just hit, and they hit full on. So next up, we've got Jenya. You are at speed 5. What would you like to do?
Yeah. I want to do the exact same thing as Gabriel.
Oh, just gonna stop.
You're just gonna stop? All right. Roll me a vehicle piloting check, and let's see if you can stop on a dime. So that's a natural 2 on the die. So it's not a natural 1. You're not going to take any damage, but sadly, you only decelerate 2 points. So you're at 3 speed right now.
All right. So, what can I do? I guess I'll joust then.
All right. Who would you like to joust?
Fuchsia.
I will remind you, there is the strafe option, right, which lets you go back to distance later. So if you're thinking of trying to stop next turn, it's probably not a good idea to do that like up close. Because at the end of a joust, you will end up close. So it's up to you. Do you want to just fire all your weapons and then be in the fray of it, or do you want to try and get back out for next turn?
I'll joust.
All right, let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Who would you like to joust?
Fuchsia.
Fuchsia. Ganging up on Fuchsia. All right, so you get to fire all your weapons. Which one would you like to fire first?
The multi-cannon. Ooh,
all right.
14.
Ooh, that is a crit. So that's a 14. Your speed currently is a 3, so you have no penalty to your attack. So that's a total of 14, and I've got only a 9 on defense for this guy right now. So that is the fixed multi-cannon. So that is, you get 2 burst on that. Max burst is 2 on those. And it's versus
Hull.
20 points of damage. Oh yeah, he's not doing so hot. His truck. You fire at him with that weapon, and there's pieces flying off of it. There's some smoke kind of billowing out the back. One of his tires looks like it's wobbling a bit. Go ahead and fire your next weapon.
Another multi-cannon. 9.
A total of 9. That is a miss. Oh no!
Oh.
I got exactly 9, so that is a hit. So 0 burst.
Yay!
No hull. I feel like bad things are about to happen to this guy.
10.
He had exactly 10 hull points left.
Wow.
Yay.
So he gets a giant red X on him.
Nice.
As you fire your second multi-cannon at him, it also lands right into the side of this thing. You see it cutting up the side of the vehicle, like a wheel flies off, bouncing along the ground. Another wheel flies off, and all of a sudden it catches on the rock below, and the whole vehicle spins on a dime and then starts to flip, doing like the... And then it slowly slows down, and then it explodes in a fiery death.
Nice.
I guess we
And
can't
you do, sadly, you do
interrogate
not
that
get to
guy.
fire your last weapon because he is dead, unless you just want to shoot it at the explosion.
No, I
But
don't
you
think
do-
so.
No
You do
survivor.
end up close. Survivors. So yeah, move your SRV into the up close section.
Welcome.
All right. Next up. Next up, we have the Red Dude Ham. Red Dude Ham does not like what you guys are doing to the rest of his crew. So he is going to drive in. Oh, I've been totally forgetting to do vehicle checks with like the obstructions. So I'll do an obstruction for this guy. Oh my god. He sped up and he hit a sudden slope.
I'm loving this one so far.
All these sudden slopes.
Yeah.
These little ramps.
It's space
He hits a sudden slope, and he is driving at ridiculous speeds as well because he sped up on his turn. Everybody is just speeding right up, and so he flies through the air. Looks like he hits the ground pretty hard, takes a bit of damage, and therefore is not up close because he had some trouble. Because I didn't make Jenya roll for any obstacles, I am not going to make... oh wait, Fuchsia's dead. Never mind. moving on.
I won't make him roll though. So
I won't make him roll. Yes. All right. Next up, we've got Henry. I believe. Did I do
I
that
just want to
right?
say he did roll, but he like rolled over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
Yeah. He also hit. He hit an obstacle. The obstacle just happened to be multi-cannon rounds.
The worst obstacle. I'm going to maintain my speed of 7 because I feel like
You don't want to
going
speed
a
up?
little fast and yeah, keep speeding up. It went so well the first time.
What is the max speed on these things? 10. Right. Yeah.
You can all just go
I'm
10
going.
past them and just keep driving.
oh,
Then they'll radio whoever.
barrel past.
We never tried to talk to these people.
No, we
Oh.
didn't.
They
They
just
just
started
started
shooting
shooting,
us again.
so we shot back,
Yeah.
and that's how it
Yep.
went in our reports. Yeah. So I'm going to do the one that lets me leave. Strafe. That's the one.
Oh well, actually, sorry. At the beginning of your turn, there are no
Oh.
enemies in the up clone zone with you, so you
I'm not
start
up
at
close.
distance.
I'm
Oh,
up
you're not. Okay. Yeah. So
Oh, I regenerate
right,
5
yeah.
shield though. I need those.
yes. So you're not slowing down as well. You're just staying at 7.
Correct.
Okay. So yeah, you get 5 shields. Oh, actually, were your shields completely gone?
Yes.
Okay. You need to regenerate shields until you're at half, and then they come back online. So you have 5 power in your shields, but they're not active until you get to half.
Okay. Which is 15.
Yeah. So you need to do 3 rounds before they turn online.
Perfect.
All right. Does that change your speed decision? Okay.
Nope.
What are you doing?
I am strafing. Yes.
Okay.
Strafe.
So who are you gonna strafe at?
The yellow man's.
The yellow man? That's
Yep.
the hooligan, my friend.
Yep.
The
So I
yellow
should
hooligan.
probably do a see if I smash into things check.
Yes. Let's do a light. Okay, you are good. There is no obstacle.
Perfect. All right. So that
Yeah, just so you
moves me
know,
on
the chances.
line.
It's a much higher chance that there'll be no obstacle than hitting something. But
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
All right, so
then I'm
you
going
fly
to-
in. Who you're attacking yellow. So now you pick your order because once you miss, you're done.
Okay. Do we have a? Well, I guess no, because this guy took a hit before with it, and he didn't have shields up. So I'm gonna hit him.
So far, neither of them have a shield. So far.
Yeah. So I'll hit him with the multi cannon first.
All right. Oh, that is a miss, my friend. That is a critical miss. Yes. And you are going 7 still, so even would have been So you got a total of 4, but -1 for your speed. So you're got a total of 3. His defense, even before he rolls, is greater than 3. So you miss.
Just hitting one of us.
Yes. So now you just try and put your. I don't know if there's a spot on there where you can actually be like right on the line. Just there you go. Yeah. So now you are. You're basically. You took your shots. You missed. Now you're trying to turn around and get back out. If nobody pulls you in before the beginning of the next turn, you will be at distance.
Perfect.
But that is the end of your turn. Next up, we've got the yellow hooligan. He is going to attempt to. We got Jenya and we've got blue is Ed, right?
Hello.
Ed,
Don't you dare.
You're the best
He's
suited
gonna-
to fight these guys.
he's gonna play chicken with you.
He's going to play chicken with me.
He's gonna play chicken with you. He is at full throttle. Actually, before I do that, does he? No obstacles. All right. So he just drives right at you.
A sudden hill
Full
comes out of
speed.
nowhere.
And he is going to try and play chicken with you. So you need to decide.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Anubis?
are you going to be a chicken? Are you going to get
Anubis.
move out of the way? Or
Do
are
I
you
need
going to not
tell
are you going to
me
go
what's gonna
straight for
happen
him?
here? I think you know me well enough to know.
Well, I feel that there might be a Marty McFly thing happening at the
Oh,
moment.
you think? Well, you're wrong. I'm going right for him.
All right. So in the chat, I want you to type out. Don't hit enter, but just type out your word. Okay. So whether you want to evade or hit. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna count down, and we're gonna do it at the same time. You ready?
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah.
Evade or hit.
Hey, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. So this guy is barreling in, and you both decide to hit. Nobody breaks off. So chicken happens, and on both
happens.
impact,
Chicken takes place.
chicken takes place. So yeah, head-on collision. Both take 5 damage multiplied by their combined speed.
Oh.
What is your speed?
7.
All right, he's also going 7. So
14 times 5?
So that's 35 damage combined, though, right? So is that 70 damage?
What's their combined speed times 7? Or sorry, times 5. They're both going...
So it's 14 times 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is a number.
That's 70.
What have I done? I should have worn the seatbelt. Can I just say I'm dead? Like, it's over, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 70. I'm right. So that's 70. Okay. So 70.
Oh my
you
goodness.
both take 70 damage.
Oh, is that everything?
Yeah, you're at 0.
Well, thanks for
That
getting
that
rid
takes
of...
your shields and your hull.
The
What is your
yellow.
total
Yeah.
with the shields? Okay, wait. There's. He rams you. He also takes 70 points of damage, and explodes in a blaze of glory. And
I
then
just-
you take 70 points of damage, which brings you down to 0 shields and 0 hull. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now there's a chance for you to eject.
Okay, I
let's
think
see
my
here.
time's come.
What about
You know?
Muffin?
Oh, Muffin is in yours. Oh, Muffin is in yours. Oh. All right.
Muffin, I killed Cum Muffin. What have I done?
Aww.
Can I like grab him and go out with him?
Eject him instead of you.
I'm not gonna die. Well, I'm gonna die. Send the dog, please. Just let him live.
Aww.
He's in a prison cell, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably a bit of trouble for him. So, I would like you to you eject from the vehicle. I would like you to click on. So there is a button on the top left which looks like a dice on the toolbar where the little arrow and everything is.
Yeah.
Do you have?
You want to go
Apple,
to?
I've got a special thing where I can
Oh.
get out of death. What do you call
Well, you
those?
all do.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see if he
Karma
needs
thing?
it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
you all have that, but we're gonna see if he needs it. Okay, so go to the D10, and then
D10.
if you scroll across, you see the 4 on the D10. Click on the D10 and click on the 4.
Okay.
So you take 28 points of endurance damage
What the fuck?
as you slam to the
You have
ground.
8, didn't you?
Yeah.
I had 8. Yeah. It's all right. I'm on minus 20. I'm good.
Right. So now, how much karma do you have?
I don't think I've used it yet, have I?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you should have
So if you would like to live, then make your karma 0 and give
Right.
yourself 1 endurance.
Okay, listen. I'm not sure I want to live without cum. Okay. Well,
Do we know that Cum Muffin will be dead?
Is he dead?
Does Cum Muffin have karma?
Well, you'll have to inspect the vehicle once this battle is
fuck,
over.
I don't think I can do
Yeah,
that.
if
I'll
he's in
go
like a
shoot
prison
myself
cell
if he's
sort of
dead.
thing, it should be like reinforced.
Okay, right.
That might be worse.
Okay.
It's just in a metal cage and we just shook it.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a paste.
Oh.
Right, how do I get rid of my karma? Where is that?
So you just go
right.
into your character sheet for your person. So click on
Yeah.
your person's name,
Yeah.
and then
Oh.
on the character you'll see karma.
Oh my god. Okay, right, I'm going to use it to survive. Just so you know, if Cum Muffin is dead, I'm putting it around through my own head. Okay.
So you just reduce your karma to 0 and put your
that.
endurance at 1.
My endurance at 1. It
Yeah.
couldn't get much worse, could it?
And
he's
you are
out
now
of his vehicle.
sprawled
Yeah.
out on the surface
And
of the
he didn't change
ground.
into a spacesuit.
Yep, he's in a REM lock, right?
You're using your REM lock.
What did I do? Christ, I killed a fucking dog. I gutted a woman last episode. And now I'm going to suffocate to death. I guess karma comes around. Like, she probably was not that bad of a person. I opened her up. This is what I deserve. It's fine.
I mean, okay, but the silver lining is life without butt cheeks really worth living?
I don't have an. All right. I don't have arse cheeks. I no longer have a dog. My health is 1. It couldn't get any worse. I am a husk of a human being. I'm about to suffocate to death. My ship my car is destroyed. Why would I want to live?
Well, so you have 5 minutes while laying on the surface of the planet to contemplate your life choices.
I'm just going to choke it out.
The rest of these vehicles will drive around you and try and finish off this last guy, I'm assuming. But
Just somebody fucking run me over, please. Just
It's your turn
end it.
now.
It's my turn. What? Oh, that was in my fucking turn. Oh my god.
yeah, so it's your turn.
I take my penis off as well, I guess. Just get rid of my only thing that I have left. My penis, I'll remove it. There we go. Round over.
Yes, and actually there is a question in the chat that says, can anybody pick him up? Yes.
Yeah,
if somebody
and
would
I
like to
suggest
drive over
I'm
to
up
him,
close
they can
with
stop
him.
and load him into your... of course, that
his
will take
stroke
time.
and
It'll
he'll get
probably
into
take you out of the
my
battle,
car.
right? So you can choose whether or not you want to pick him up or you want to just finish this guy off and go get him, because you do have 5 minutes, and each round in the game is like 6 seconds or so, right? So you can probably... let him contemplate his life choices while you finish this guy off if you want, or you can just go for him. It's up to you. So that Ed, I want to know, while you lay with your back to the ground, staring up into
the
space that you
stars,
came from, what is the one thought that is currently going through your head?
Well, there's a few racing, but the one that keeps popping back up is just my wobbly buttocks in the air, or in this airlock, just floating around as I'm crying because it's been left away. It's just leaving me behind. My fantastic glute is gone, and that was my biggest regret in life, really. Not murdering a woman and dumping her. I don't regret that. I regret losing my arse to her. So yeah, that's my last thoughts as I choke out.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Gabriel, would you like to speed up?
Well, yeah, you're
I'll
going
stay-
0. You're
You're
stay
currently
here and-
at standstill.
No, I'm going to try. I'm going to attempt to speed up to 10. I assume I can't do that, but I'm going to drive
No,
directly
you can speed up to
at Ed.
4. You're at 0, so you can speed up to 4.
Okay, I want to drive to Ed and jump out of the car. That's what I want to do.
Oh, what?
Okay.
I'm in my spacesuit.
You're not
Okay,
just going to crush
That's what I
me?
want to attempt to do.
All right. Well,
Terrible
I'll say that.
decision.
So this turn, you speed up, and you drive over. You can drive over to where he's laying right now, staring up into space, and that will take your turn. You are in your spacesuit, so you know you can jump out a lot quicker than somebody else would. Yeah. So actually, because of these reasons, I'm going to say that you two are kind of like back up here, because
Right. I guess
people are not
Yeah.
really going to be going for the person in the middle of the ground at this point. They're probably more worried about the guys driving around shooting at them. So you drive up on your turn to go pick up Ed. You're there. Next turn, you can jump out and try and grab him.
Yeah, but I'm stationary,
Genya.
so if anyone takes a shot at me,
Yeah, you're at 0 again. I'm going to say you could drive over to him and stop. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm up close.
You're at 5
well,
right
the
now?
only-
You didn't speed up, right?
I slowed down. I'm at 3.
You're at 3. Okay. So would you like
Um,
to stay at 3, or would you like to speed up, slow down some more? Because you were thinking about sniping, I think, right?
Yeah.
But you are up close right now. Oh, actually, you
He's at
are up
distance.
close. But guess what? The only guy that's up close is a burning husk of death. So you are actually
Yeah.
at distance. So
Okay,
go ahead and pull yourself to at distance, and
Okay.
you can do whatever you want. Go for it. Would you like to speed up or slow
So-
down? You're at 3.
Yeah. But if I slow down, I'll still be at 1, so I won't be able to.
Right. If you want, you can make another check to see if you can do like an engine brake stop.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah.
All right. Roll me a vehicle piloting check.
Oh, not good.
That's not what you wanted to see. So you slow down, but you sadly you are at 1 speed right now, but you also take 5 points of hull damage because you ripped, like you did it so poorly that you actually wrenched the engine. But actually, I'll say you actually stopped though. So if you would like to take a snipe shot, you can. But you took 5 points of damage to get it.
Okay.
There's only one
All right. So,
villain left.
yes.
Would you like to fire all your weapons at him?
I sure do.
All right.
All right. Multi-cannon. 10.
All right. 10. That is a miss. Roll your next shot.
Oh. Multi-cannon.
That is
12.
a hit, and you get max burst, so 2 burst,
Ooh, 2. 2
and
hull.
no shields.
20.
So it's hull, yes. 20. Excellent. Now fire your plasma cannon.
Plasma. 12.
12. Ooh, yeah, that hits too.
All right, that's 10.
So that's another 10 points of damage to Dudeham. Or actually, is that Dudeham? Who's red? Yeah, it is Dudeham. Look at that. All right. Yeah, so you stop. Full stop.
Yeah.
And then you fire three weapons at him. You hit twice. You hit him pretty well. But he is still moving.
Yeah.
That is Jenya's turn. And sadly, you took some damage wrenching yourself as you hit the ground. All right. This guy is sadly, I think what he's going to do, because he sees Mr. Kincaid trying to evade out of the way, but he also sees 2 people that are at a dead stop right now. One of them drove over to a body, and the other one just took shots at him. So he is going to joust Jenya.
Oh, no.
And Jenya, because you're at 0, that actually
Yeah.
pulls you in up close as well. And he is going to fire all of his weapons at you. So he that's a crit. What is your defense? So if you click on your guy, you are a 6. So I don't think we have a defense button for you, right? So just roll it. So in the bottom left hand corner, you see roll a d10.
Yeah.
Click that and add 6. 14. Oh, wow. You managed to, even with his crit, he misses you. So first shot misses. He's going to fire again at you. If I
With
click on the right
joust,
guy.
don't they have to stop firing if they miss?
No, that's
Or is
a
that-
strafe.
The space strafe. Okay.
Yeah. So with a joust, he just gets to fire everything, but he ends up close. He fires at you again. Roll me a d10 and add 6 to it. Oh,
16.
Jeebus.
Untouchable.
So he misses
Sneaky
twice.
spy, I'm good at dodging.
You critted on that defense roll as well. So very, very nicely done. So he comes rolling in to attack you. Oh, wait a minute. Your speed is 0. He doesn't have to roll. He just hits. My bad. I'm sorry. Your shields are up though, right?
Yeah.
So he only does 10 points of damage. So you reduce your shields by 10. That was anticlimactic. I apologize.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the end of Dudeham's turn. Henry, you are at distance. What do you do? Do you want to speed up? Slow down? Stay the same?
I'm gonna keep driving at 7. What could go wrong?
Would you like to play chicken with him?
Yeah, that worked out very well for Ed. So
Don't go there.
I regenerate
Yeah.
5 more shields.
Yes. So you're at 10 shields, but they're still not active.
Not actual shields. Pretend shields.
Pretend shields.
And I think I'm going to let's play a little fast and loose. Let's joust this guy.
All right. So you roll in. You take your first. What are you using first? The plasma cannon or the multi?
Do I hit shit and die?
Oh, right. Do you hit shit and die? You do not hit shit and die. So go for it. I always forget about those rolls.
I get to shoot everything, so I might as well just go online. Plasma repeater.
Oh yeah, that's a miss.
Yeah, that wasn't too high. Multi-cannon. Ooh,
That's a hit. You get 1 burst though.
Versus hull, I'm assuming.
Yep.
15 damage.
15 damage. He is looking mighty close to death.
I have one
See if you hit with that
more.
plasma.
11.
Oh, yes. I rolled a 2.
Oh.
So you hit and you do 10 damage. That was the last of his hit points. How does he die?
Ooh, I always get these. So I think this one is it kind of looks like we're playing chicken. I'm driving right at him, he's driving right at me, and like, so, you know, fire off the plasma repeater, miss. Yeah, you hit like maybe the bit of the front end with the first burst, and the second burst kind of dialed in a little bit and just end up spraying the cap of his truck, and then basically like still looking like it's going to be a collision course, but because he's dead, he just comes to a slow stop, and then I like kind of veer around him and drive away.
So he just comes to like a putt-putt.
Yeah, and like a slow rolling stop.
Yeah, he comes rolling in thinking he's going to take out Jenya, fires all his weapons. The weapons, they all go wide, missing her. Oh, no, they do hit her, sorry. They do hit her, but not for very much damage. And then, yeah, you come swooping in from the side, line up with them in the front, lay into them, and unlike the 2 explosions that have been seen so far, this one just unceremoniously just stops.
Yep.
All right, you are finished with this particular combat.
And then I wait another.
It is
wait 5
sorry?
minutes so that Ed gets his death.
No, right, yes,
craving.
yes. So basically what you're saying is that that Gabriel drives up beside him, gets out in his spacesuit, walks over to him, and then just stares at him until he dies.
Just waving.
All right.
Bye.
Just waving. Yeah. How much oxygen do you have left? But I think this might be a good point to take a break. We are at the halfway point here.
Okay.
Yep.
So we will see you all in about 10 minutes or so, and we will continue on with the adventure. I hope the music plays. If it doesn't, I'm very sorry. All right, be right back. Hello, welcome back. I see we have a very intense Apple, or should I say Ed Foster, who is currently laying flat on his back, looking up into space, as he all of a sudden sees the circular shape of a round helmet come into view over his head.
Okay, so what I picture was going on there. I'm going to take some creative license.
Okay.
You know how in movies and TV shows, there will be like a battle going on, but then there are 2 characters that have like a deep conversation in the middle of the battle. So there's bullets flying everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's almost as if there's no time passing everywhere else. It's just them talking about something completely
So it's like
unrelated.
that the sound mutes out around, like it all goes mute while you guys are
Yeah. Right, so that's what's going on right now. We've taken a little step back in time while Spidey was shooting and doing all that stuff. It may have only actually gone for 6 seconds, but it felt like a lifetime
You know what?
for us.
For story purpose, we can make it last as long as you want.
Not the first time I've heard that.
Oh, bloody hell.
Right, so I'm over Ed. We can hear each other
what?
over the radio.
Hello.
And I'm like cradling your head in my hands, telling you that you can't die. You can't die. You know, we've
Listen.
worked together every day for the last 5 years, and there's
Listen.
something I need to tell you.
Oh. What?
I have feelings for you. I love you. That's why this whole time I've been leaping into battle to save you.
Oh my god. I
You
always
can't die.
felt it, but I didn't
You
want to
need-
say anything.
I don't care about cum muffin. It's all you.
Oh god.
So please don't die. My life will have no meaning otherwise.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I was ready to die. I don't think I am anymore.
So Anubis, can I do like quick CPR, not CPR, like medical stuff? Do my
Put a few
medical
band-aids
stuff.
on him.
Yeah.
Yes.
He needs, because at the moment he's just in a pile of red blubber, barely clinging to life. So I've
Yes.
gotta
So go
give
ahead
him all
and
the-
so let me just understand the situation here.
Yep. Because I don't.
You profess your feelings to Ed Foster, and then
yes.
while you're still both on the surface of the planet, and he is in a remlock that is quickly running out of air, you would like to apply medical first aid.
Something. All right, so at this point now, this is just when the final vehicle explodes, or doesn't explode, it like putters
Gets all
to a
shot
stop.
up.
Yeah. So that's where we're at now, and
Right.
I don't know whether I should drag him back into my vehicle or rip our helmets off and give mouth to mouth.
Oh,
Like I'm not sure.
I know which I'd pick. I'm just saying that.
Why not both?
Well, because first aid takes 10 uninterrupted minutes, and you know that his remlock only has 5 minutes of air, I'm going to suggest that you take him back to your vehicle.
Okay, right. Well, I'm crying both with sadness at what's happened and with happiness that he's accepted my love.
More than
Is that
accepted.
how it works? and now I'm going to drag
Well, you know what
him
you
back.
can do, because he is running out of air. You know in those scenes where they're like the scuba divers are underwater and one guy's like running out of air, and then they like share masks back and forth to make sure that while you get him back to the vehicle, he stays alive. So you're dragging him, and every once in a while you take your remlock and you affix it to him, stopping the airflow to your suit so that he can have some air, and then you flip it back on so that you continue to have air, and then you're dragging him and you're doing this as you go back and forth, and there's the I Can Feel the Love Tonight song playing in the background.
As you know,
That's
an
exactly
arm
what's
just goes
happening.
past. From another.
Well, I was gonna say like Cum Muffin's head.
Oh,
It bounces. So doot.
God.
Okay,
But Ed
I've
doesn't
pulled him
see
back
this
into the
because
vehicle.
his eyes are affixed on
Oh.
Gabriel as he pulls him back towards his vehicle.
Yeah. Wow. I'm erect.
Okay.
But I'm just, putting it out there.
All right, so you get back to your SRV, and while the cockpits of these things are quite
Spacious.
I was going to say the opposite of spacious.
Correct.
But the word I was going to use, I had a feeling that everybody was going to take it a wrong way at this point, so I decided not to say it.
It was tight.
I was going to say tight.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So you pull him back in. I'm imagining you're gonna have to take him into the cell.
Yeah.
There's enough room
He
in
doesn't
there,
have a-
and it's
he doesn't
fully
have a vehicle
oxygenated and all that nine. And there's more than enough room in there to do first aid once you get him back there.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were gonna say.
All right. So would you like to start applying first aid?
Yeah, so I've ripped off his suit.
You can see my bare chest.
And yes, I've begun to apply first aid.
All right.
I'm
So you
stroking
go
his
ahead
cheek,
and
by the
roll
way.
your medicine,
This better work,
and
or
whatever
this
you
is gonna
roll.
be-
So it's so it's a medicine check. So it's a D10 plus your medicine skill. So which is So you gain 7 points of endurance back,
Oh,
Ed.
back to where you started.
yep.
Minus a vehicle.
Minus a vehicle,
And
and
possibly a dog.
so while this is all going on, I imagine that both Jenya and Henry, what are you two doing as you
Looking on
mop up the
awkwardly.
scene? You turn back around and you see that you see Gabriel pulling Ed into the back of his SRV. All of the enemies are in burning messes. The last vehicle that you brought to a putting stop, it does look like the back of it has started to catch fire and starting to burn a little bit.
They
So
might
they're
still
all
be
on
alive.
fire?
Those ones
Well,
could still be
one
alive,
is
couldn't they?
is catching fire, but it's not ablaze yet.
No, the reason why I came to a stop was because I killed them.
Yeah.
Oh,
I filled
okay,
the
I wasn't
cockpit
paying
with
attention.
rounds.
Okay.
Ah.
Well, I think Henry, like kind of seeing that the Ed situation has been dealt with.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
we assume
more
Gabriel's
than
got that
that.
under control.
Yeah.
He
I-
does.
I'll see if I can. Can I do like a little patch job on my vehicle? Try to patch up the bit of damage I took in that time.
You want to take a moment, and so you do have I believe you do have a vehicle repair kit in your gear. So you can take a moment while the medic is fixing up Ed. You can take a moment and see if you can't patch up your ship a little bit.
Yeah, can I do that too?
Yes, you can. As I don't remember exactly what the rule is on this, so I'm just going to pretend it's a medicine check, and you just get what you rolled back in hull points.
Okay.
I don't believe that's how it
More
works,
than
but
enough,
that's what we're going to do
so-
right now. I'm running fast and loose
Yeah.
with the rules.
Like I'm only 5 down, and I rolled an 11. So
And yeah, so Jenya, you would like to do this too?
Oh no, you only got a 2.
You get 2 hull points.
Well, does it matter that she rolled 1? Does that mean that she did damage to a vehicle trying to repair?
No,
That's what I
Please
not
thought.
in this case. You guys aren't under pressure at this point, so it's just you're just rolling for how much hull points you repair. Yeah, I'm not going to be that
picturing,
cruel.
like-
I already took out all my
Just look
cruelty
at
on
my
Ed
ship and
Foster, I
just, like,
believe.
hit it with a wrench.
I'm just picturing like Henry like literally like lifting up like the vehicle and like welding a bunch of the scrapes underneath it
Yeah.
from the rocky terrain, like with the cybernetic
Yeah.
arm.
And I'm
Yeah,
just there,
you
like,
realized halfway through
poking
your
it.
repairs that you were halfway through your repairs you realized you weren't actually welding on the replacement metal, but you were trying to weld on the rock, and so you pulled it off, and then you
Yep.
went back to using the metal.
Cool.
Yeah, it wasn't sticking like metal should.
Oh, then like there's the whole gag where like it actually like welded a bit of my cybernetic arm on there, like welded my fingers on. It's like, oh no, gotta detach that.
Or was it the dog?
Oh yeah, one of us has to go.
Oh yeah, I guess we
Open
can
up
check
the
to see
back
what
of
happened to the dog.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I have to do it. I know I'm dying, but I feel like it's my responsibility to go and see the dog. is in pieces.
So we've left the dog for 10 minutes at least while you've been.
Well, yeah, because it's going to
healed
take a little bit longer than 10 minutes for the two of them to fix up their vehicles, right? So while you guys finish, you finish patching up, Ed,
right.
and then emerge
And then
back
he,
out
like,
into
limped
space. You
out
can
to-
refill his remlock because he doesn't have a spacesuit anymore either. That was in his vehicle. So you can refill his airlock, but you have 5 minutes to get over to your ship and see what's left. But you do know that at this point, like your friend can use some of his air reserves in his spacesuit to refill your remlock from time to time.
Okay.
But yeah, so you the two of you walk
Hand in hand.
across the dirt ground and head towards the husk that is your old
have any-
SRV.
Tragic music ready. 'Cause I feel like.
Well, I
that's
have
we're
set.
gonna
What are
need.
we playing right now? I'm playing what I call my sad
Oh,
playlist.
that's nice.
Oh, okay.
This is the sad
Fine.
playlist.
I like this.
I don't know if
feel
it's
like
sad
I
enough. I
haven't
can go to
lost
the
my
next one. What's the next song?
That seems sadder.
As you walk across
Yeah.
the landscape. And by walk, I mean kind of bounce because you're on moon gravity.
And he's also double limping because both of his cheeks are missing. So like every bounce is like a little wince.
Yeah. You see him like contract. His body contracts as he lands. You make it over to the SRV. As you look around on your walk over, you see Jenya and Henry in their spacesuits, and you think to yourself, I wish I had one of those. And then you continue walking, and you get up to the SRV, and yes, it looks like it's in rough shape. As you walk around and you look into the back where the container, the prison cell container on your SRV was, you realize that half of the container is ripped open, and you look inside, and there's no dog in there.
Oh no, he's loose.
Is there any bits?
Roll me a perception check.
Perception. I panicked. Where
Might
even
be
is
right.
that?
You might
Character
have
feat.
you might have left him in your ship and just forgot. Might be all right.
The cop out. Yeah, hell yeah. Perception. Where the fuck is? What's it under?
Espionage, I think.
Okay. Perception. There we go.
Mhm.
Complete.
Ooh, wow.
You crit on your perception check, and you are scouring around the SRV looking for any sign of the dog, and you find nothing.
Oh well, the rest of the mission is off. This is it now.
We gotta find the dog. Oh, call your ship. Call your ship. See if he answers.
Can I just like check like security cameras on my ship, see if he's there? Behind.
All right, I'm gonna say give me a go to the little dice thing
Okay.
and click on the D100.
Oh
You're gonna have
my
a 50-50. There's a 50-50 chance of something happening.
Okay.
If you roll 51 or better,
Yeah.
it's good.
Okay. Oh no! I am so scared. What do I just press that? No extra numbers, just the 100.
Just the D100, yeah.
It's a.
You forgot the dog on your ship.
Fuck yeah! Oh my. I was genuinely terrified. I really felt bad for a dog that doesn't exist and is half robotic, controlled by a fucking Wii remote. I was really scared, but it's all good.
We did it. We got him.
Oh.
We got him, boys. Time to head home, I think. We've had enough.
Mission complete. Found the dog.
Right. So at this point, you are maybe about a third of the way towards the medium blip,
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah, we have a mission.
Yeah.
You're about a third of the way to the medium blip. You can turn around and head back for the dog if you want. Or you can go to a different location, or you can continue on your way. What would you like to do?
Shall we get
You are currently
out of
down one
this
SRV.
route?
Sorry?
Should we
Yeah.
get out of the route that these trucks have been on?
That's a good shout.
Will Ed have another spacesuit?
Oh, like in
in
his
his
ship.
ship?
According
back
to
on.
the gear that you guys started with, you had a single spacesuit each. So, no.
So no.
That's great news.
But he does have his
the
REM
dog
lock.
have a?
It just has to work
Does it-
at 5 minutes at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does the dog have a spacesuit?
a
Well, so
dog.
he
It
is
would
full
be
on
dog
cybernetic.
shaped.
Actually, a lot of his like a lot of his stuff has been replaced by cybernetics. He is considered to be always in a spacesuit. The dog.
Okay, so could Ed ride the dog now if we go back and get
We
him?
went through this last time. He's
could
too
be
small to
stronger by
ride.
now.
I'm hoping for a different answer. NiddTubers might forget.
He's got some weight training in the meantime. He could be doing quite well.
Well, where are the blips? So we're going to head back past our ship on the way back because we could continue on our way and then get the dog on the way back.
Yeah.
I don't-
I'm scared to get the dog. I'm worried what I'll do to it.
Well, I'm thinking I'm a little bit jealous of the dog because he gets more attention than me.
Let's kill it then. No, I don't
I'm
care
thinking
about it.
rationally. You
Oh.
don't have much
Oh, thanks.
health, so
Oh,
you
right.
can't do much.
I thought that's where the
So you
sentence
could use the
ended.
dog.
You don't have much.
So yeah, we could use the dog to replace what you're missing, but I don't want to turn around now. I want to keep going.
Oh,
But
so
off
we're
the-
making
off the
we're making
road.
Ed like part machine
dog?
dog, part man.
We have the technology.
Oh, we have that arm,
Yeah, we do.
Oh, yeah, we got the
Oh
arm.
no!
claw arm.
I'm not missing an arm, guys. Like, I have to
He's
remove
missing
my
a
arm.
cheek.
Just plonk it in the hole where my arse would have been.
Who
That's not
had
a
the
bad idea.
arm, by the way?
I do.
Nobody said they brought the arm.
Well, I don't have it with us.
Okay, so you're saying it's on the
My
ship?
ship. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna salvage it and perhaps replace my right arm eventually.
Yeah, I thought it would be something weird to bring with you, so I just wanted to make sure.
It's a trophy. I wear it as a belt now.
All right. So you're about a 1/3 of the way towards the medium blip. Obviously, you left behind that truck behind you. You're probably about equal distance between the medium blip and back to your ships from here, and then there are those two other spots. What would you like to do?
My vote is just to continue on, but not on
Yeah.
the road,
Yeah,
in case we see more.
same.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So, you guys continue on your way, and this time you try and take a little bit of a off the beaten track route, which is really hard
Yeah.
to do on this planet because there is no
Yeah, 'cause
road, there is no
tracks.
tracks, there's no. All you do know is that where the truck was and where this blip is, and you're trying to basically not be on that line, right?
Yeah.
So you're making a bit of a roundabout way, and as you pull up a steep hillside and eventually come to a large plateau. Before you, glinting in the weak pink light of the sun, is a sizable metal building topped with numerous vents. Thick plastic windows let out a stream of yellow light from the corridors and rooms within. Steam rises from the vents, tumbling endlessly towards the black starry sky. Directly in front of you is a large airlock door. Connected to the side of the building is an open garage, room for 10 large trucks. Currently, there are only 4 parked there. There doesn't appear to be any activity around the building. No patrols or movements of any kind. What do you do?
So there's space for 10. We've encountered 4. There's 4
Yeah.
left. So
So
there
there's
might be
2
a couple.
possibly out.
Yeah. Or they just don't have 10.
Yeah.
but it doesn't look like anything. This is our chance.
What?
We can steal one of the trucks.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh yes, we can be them. Finally.
Yeah.
We might be able to get the information we need from this facility. That's
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
thinking
we'll
before we
we'll
do that.
first.
This is the biggest one, isn't it?
No,
No,
this
it's
is
the
the medium
medium
one.
one.
So you said there are windows to the building.
Yes, there are windows, but they look to be, when you. I mean, from here it's hard to tell, right? But you can't see through them from this distance. You don't know if you might be able to when you get further up, or if they're, one way or blocked or something.
Okay.
Or just pull into the
Well-
airlock and hop out, start exploring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
do
So
it.
directly in front of you,
Alright.
is there's an airlock directly in front, and then off to the right is the vehicle bay.
Oh,
Should
And
we
there
go
are
in
two
through
like
the garage
giant.
instead of through the airlock?
Yeah, there are two
we
giant
get
doors that lead into the
Yeah.
garage, and they are open.
And
well do
is
that.
the garage connected to the building? Like, can you get
Yeah,
in
it's
through
like
the
right
garage?
beside. Yeah, just off to the right of it. It does look from here, from where you guys are, it does look like it is connected.
Okay. Should we go in through the garage instead of the front door then?
Do you think because we attacked those trucks that they know that we exist now?
Probably.
well,
Makes
did
sense.
did
We
we
didn't talk
catch
to them.
any broadcasts from those trucks when we encountered them? Like, were they broadcasting anything to bases or anything like that?
Yeah,
Is that
you
something?
you didn't explicitly make checks for that, but from what you can tell, you don't believe that they were making broadcasts. Like you didn't see anything obvious coming from them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we still might have the element of surprise. And like, remember, we're not here to clear this place out. We're just here
No.
to get
We're just here to find a logo of the Black Swan.
and just get out.
Yeah.
Really, Ed? That face with what?
7 health.
7 endurance or 8 endurance?
Hey, come on.
And you have no karma left, so you
Right.
can't escape
Yeah.
death again.
I don't need to try because it won't happen.
Gotcha.
All right. I'm
Love
driving
it.
into the garage.
I love
Yeah,
will
I'm gonna
protect
reverse
you
it.
now.
I'm going to
gonna
reverse
have
into
a
the
choice.
garage so that I'm ready to escape.
Okay.
Genius.
All
This
right,
is
so
why
you
I
guys
love
are heading in towards this building. I'm going to move us over, and I believe right now it should just all be black, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see. I'm going to clear. Where's my button to reset the tracker? There we go. Let's kill that, and then I will grab your characters. So we don't have a whole lot of space here. You're heading. I didn't put enough. Actually, you know what? I guess I can just make this map a little bit longer on the bottom, so I can put some stuff down. Let's go. Okay, there we go. Now, so you guys come rolling up. I'm just gonna put one SRV down just for the moment as you kind of like roll up, so you can kind of see what you see here.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't know if do the SRVs have light on them. Of course not. Has sight. There we go. So you come rolling up. I will. You can move that vehicle around along the front just to kind of see what you see. So you see there's the trucks all along the front here. And if you go over to the left, yeah, and you see right here, that's the airlock door.
Am I supposed to be able to see anything?
Yeah, I don't
No,
see
you gotta
anything.
look on Spidey's.
Okay.
screen.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, right, because only Spidey can. Here, what I'll do is I'm just going to throw your characters down on the screen here.
Oh yeah, I'm still here. Bummer.
Just so you guys can move around and then see. Now you're all in your ships at this point, or sorry, not your ships, your
Vehicles.
vehicles, right? And obviously, actually, which I'm assuming. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm assuming Ed is with Gabriel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, as you kind of and just stay in that white area right now until you decide where you're going.
Oh, sorry.
So it looks like
for
there's
you.
an
my
airlock
gosh.
here as well.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So you do a little bit of surveillance along the front because it doesn't seem like there's anybody. But yeah, you do notice that there is an airlock door here in the front. It does look like there's an airlock door here on the side, and then there is a giant parking garage kind of up, and it kind of looks. You can kind of see the little details of stuff going on inside there, but you can't really make out too much of what's going on. You need to you'd have to get a little closer. Because just remember, like at this point, you're kind of back at the ridge, right? You're looking down at this from a distance, so you're several or a little ways away at the point. So once you decide where you'd like to approach and how you'd like to do that, then we can give you a bit more detail.
Yeah, I think the garage is the
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think because
I-
like so my theory is because they're sending vehicles out. If they are smart criminals, they'd have traps, and you wouldn't put traps in the main route you travel, or at least not as
Yeah.
many. So
That's
I
true.
think this might be the safer way of entering.
Okay.
What I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I want to tell Ed to hold on to the bars of his prison cell because it's going to get rough.
Oh wow! Oh my!
No,
I
I'm
know
still
where this
in.
is going.
I'm in the cockpit. I'm in the cockpit. Just to
Yeah, you are.
make this clear, I'm going to drive as fast as I can directly at the garage.
Go
Yank
on.
on my handbrake and try to slide right in between these two. Can I click?
So you're yanking and then you're sliding in.
Right.
Is what I got out of that.
Yeah. So I can't remember how to make a clear. So I'm just going to draw a green dot. That's where I want to like slide in to that spot. Do
With
like
your
a perfect
SRV?
maneuver. Yeah. So
So
slide
are you doing
in
this at
and-
speed?
Yes. So I drive in quickly, yank on the handbrake, spin around so that the back. Oh, I don't know how the SRV works, but I assume that it's got back doors and that leads into the cell. That
Yes. Yeah. You entrances through the back. Yep.
yeah. So we're gonna slide in, reverse in, and then Ed's gonna kick the doors both open while holding two guns, just in case there's anyone. That's what I want. That's what I'm gonna propose to Ed.
Oh hell yeah!
Ed, do you agree with this plan?
The weakest guy?
What the hell? Oh, that's rude.
Well, I'm gonna jump out too. I'm gonna just leap out before it even stops. I'm gonna leap out with my guns as well and just run in. They might know
I'm
we're
so
coming.
into
So.
this.
So you're ghost
um,
riding the whip, is what you're saying.
So I will say that the SRV is built to keep you safe inside of it. So actually, like getting out of the cockpit, you have to cycle the airlock and the whole 9 yards, right? So you can't just sadly leap out of it like that.
I can.
Well, can I open the airlock before everything happens?
Right, you're in a
So
spacesuit. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the doors
cabin
are
would have
open.
never been pressurized. he likes that wind on his face that he can't feel because he's wearing a spacesuit helmet.
Yeah. So So he's so you're gonna keep your doors open so you can just leap out when you flip around. We've got.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we have then the airlock door on the prison opened as well, and this all has to happen
Within
beautifully
5
with less than 5
Yeah.
minutes, because you
Also,
got to
I
get Ed to the spot. He's got to get out and then
Yeah.
to a new source of oxygen within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's the perfect plan.
Well, he can just close the doors.
Yeah, it's the perfect plan.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see. So you're just gonna
Surprise.
sit in there with the doors open to take your shots, and then if there's nobody
Yeah.
there, you just close the door and get more air.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm proposing to Ed, but
Yeah.
only directly to Ed. The other two don't know that this is going to happen.
You guys are on a private line.
We're in the same
yeah.
fucking ship. Do we have to like?
Well, you are separated by
Yeah, you gotta
like you're
call
both
each
in
other.
separate airlock compartments, right?
Oh,
So
'cause
yeah, you
you're
have
in
to be
the-
talking on comms, but you
like-
can't have a private comm.
The whole
I think that this is this what you guys want to do?
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
What are the rest of you doing as you are surveilling this area? What is your plan?
Yeah. And you don't know this plan.
Well, my
Right,
plan
you don't know
was
this
to just. My plan was to just drive, or maybe I don't know, drive close enough and go into the garage area to see, what's in there.
Yeah. Okay. So like you do have to, like, you're not going to be able to, the way that the trucks are set up and everything, right?
Yeah.
Like if you want to go into the garage area, you're going to have to get out and walk in, but you can drive up to those empty holes if you want and park there.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Okay.
what I'll do.
So which empty hole would you like to go for? And at this point, I would like to remind you that you don't know where.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to head, you want to head up like right to the airlock door?
No, well, I did that by accident.
Oh, okay.
Into here.
You're going to head up that way. Okay. And Henry, what are you doing?
I'm approaching the same area that they're planning on going to. There's no communication. But I mean, Henry at this point is a little more cautious when he drives after the rocky road incident. Like, I think it wouldn't risk a collision because he would kind of pull up and then spin it around and like do like a 3-point turn and then back into the spot is his intent. So
what I'm picturing is you're cautiously approaching. You're just doing your careful maneuver.
Yeah, put on my signal to pull in that spot. yeah, exactly. It's like those jackasses in parking lots that are trying to get the spot before you do.
Tawanda. All right. So
what we do.
Here is the sequence of events. Because Jenya and Henry are approaching at a sane speed, the other two, you guys are going to roll for your stuff first, and we'll see how that affects what they decide to do going forward. So first up, Gabriel, can you make me a vehicle piloting check, please? And Ed, as he's whipping you around, I would like you to make an athletics check to stay in position.
Right.
He's got 2 flat ass cheeks. He's fine.
I can never find anything. What's athletics under? There it is. Yeah.
Oh no.
This is perfect. Okay. So here's what happens.
This is what would
Gabriel.
have happened to Cum Muffin.
Yeah.
Gabriel pulls off a beautiful maneuver. He comes flying in. Henry, you're going for the same spot, and you see this SRV just whip past you, going at full speed. It comes straight into that gap. He flips it around backwards, pulls it into the back spot, full stop, perfectly in between all those two spots, and as he looks at his monitor to make sure that Ed is in position and firing in, all he sees is Ed's legs fly away from him as Ed gets thrown out the back into the garage at low G. So at the moment we've got Gabriel right here, and we'll need to get rid of that beautiful mark. And we've got Ed, who is being tossed into the building at low G. You are currently flying in to the building, and because you were standing there with your guns out in front of you, I'm liking the Superman pose as you kind of like basically get launched out the backside of the of this thing. What would you like to do while you are floating through space?
I just, have a wander, see what's about, have a look around.
I feel like this is a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy moment where you say, "Not again."
So just let it happen, whatever happens.
What is that? I'm going to call it the ground. Oh, it's getting closer. Maybe it'll be my friend.
Why is that wardrobe getting bigger?
You have some choices at this point.
Okay.
Are you just going to admire the scenery, or would you like to try and, land a little bit better than head first?
No, not really. I think what I'll do is I'll just start spinning. I'll spin on an axis just to see if I can see anybody, but that's all I'll do. Just spin. There's like a missile going through.
So you're preoccupied with making sure there's no one in there.
So you're looking around. Okay, roll me a perception check as you fly through. Yeah.
Perceive the wall getting closer.
Let's go.
Oh wow, perception. Oh, so perception. Okay, you got a 9 perception. So as you come barreling into this building, you get a pretty decent look at the situation. Let me find.
From Jersey Shore.
What?
The situation.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so as you come flying in, you realize that there is this is a truck. This is a storage dock, right? There are there's loading areas in here. You see a whole bunch of cranes that look like they're moving. That they could be used to move things on and off of these belts, right? And as you kind of like twist in the space, looking for baddies, right? With your guns out, hoping to find them. You notice that at the very back. Like as you fly this way and you're flying towards this wall right here, you look over in this direction and you see that the belts kind of like go right, like it's got a bit of a ramp that leads up and it goes into a hole in the wall into the facility from there. Okay. So it looks like this is like a way that they bring crates and things in and out of the building. Runs all the way along this back wall. The belt is currently turned off. The crates are all turned off, and just as you get to here, right here on this panel, there's a obviously fake because this area is actually no. You do notice that this area is full atmosphere in here. Because these doors, even though they're wide open, they've got a shimmering shield that you flew through. That keeps atmosphere from coming in and out. It's like on the front of those in the spaceship. In the spaceports in space, the mail slot that you fly through with your ship. Sure. They have a shield over that stops the atmosphere from evacuating out into space, but it does allow objects to pass through it. It just doesn't allow gases to pass through it, right? So you can fly through that. You realize as you look around that, hey, there's oxygen in here. And right here on this computer panel, there's a little petunia plant. And you're like, huh, that's nice. And then you hit the back wall.
Oh, my God.
That better not cost him 8
Yeah,
damage.
how much does it take? Why
Just
am I on 12
roll
health?
a d10. Roll me a d10.
Is there a reason I'm on 12 health? I should be on 8, shouldn't I? I don't know why I'm on 12.
You should be at 8.
Probably because you haven't updated your character sheet since you took, since you got blowed up.
Oh, maybe I'm not sure. Maybe the token and the sheet isn't hooked up properly. That might be my fault. But yeah, you're at 8.
Did I do it?
You rolled a 6. You take 3 points of endurance damage as you hit the back wall, and then flop back down onto the belt. And you hit and you fall with your ass on the ground and your legs out towards the way you came in, and you're staring right back down at the open door of the SRV behind you.
What arse?
Good
It's
point.
Gone.
The ass of your flight suit.
I land on my square previously
Straight on your
arse.
tailbone.
Yeah.
So from now on, your nickname is SpongeBob.
Oh.
I'm starting to feel like we're not the best combination. Ed and Dave.
I disagree.
Yep, you try so hard to keep him alive, but then you put him in situations where maybe it's you've got a hero complex where you feel like you have to keep putting him in situations where you need to save him.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
You might want to talk to a psychiatrist when you get back to Asellus Primus. Just saying. The police will pay for that. They've got psychiatrists on staff.
Okay, well, that's going to be the whole next session then.
All right, so at this point,
are those conveyor belts on?
No.
They are off. Yeah. Oh, you don't know any of this. Only Ed at this point knows the situation in here, because he got a really good look at it as he was flying across it.
Flying through the air.
But at this moment, yeah, we've got Jenya over here. She's nicely parked in this spot here. We've got Gabriel parked nicely over here. We've got Ed parked beautifully right up here against the wall. And Mr. Henry Kincaid, as you were, making the proper maneuvers to get into where you wanted to go, you realized that the spot has been taken by somebody older and with more insurance.
So then I will do the only thing that Henry knows how to do, which is be passive aggressive and park, basically park like parallel to, or
She's gonna block me in.
Yeah, I'm gonna block him in. Basically.
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
Beautiful. So you're just
right
going to park like right behind him. Okay,
Yep.
Cool. I love it. All right. Yes. And then you can. Yeah. What would you like to do? So you guys all parked. You're all in your spots.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump out and just go in the garage. Have a look.
I'm just gonna sit
All
on
right.
my conveyor belt.
Rethink your life choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Provide
So
more
yeah, actually at this
medical
point,
help,
your REM lock will automatically disengage back down to your chest because it has detected that there is a breathable atmosphere in here, and so you're no longer using your reserves. But I will say that whole maneuver and everything going down, you're probably, instead of 5 minutes of oxygen, you're down to half of that. You're at 2.5 minutes of oxygen in your REM lock.
What was I saying?
I have no idea.
Oh, I was hoping you were listening to me because I wasn't listening to me.
You're
It does
talking about not being able to heal Ed again.
Oh,
there's like a limit on the amount that I can heal someone, right? It's like a 6-hour,
Yeah.
3-hour limit or something.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to heal Gabriel again for a little while.
Oh, you know we should do that, and we should kill everyone here and then sleep here the night.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 I thought we should kill everyone here from the start. Despite my health, I still think it. And if there's nobody
You
here,
do, I believe
Sorry.
so. Gabriel is the medic, right? So he's going to get like a better role than the rest of you for healing. But because you do have, I believe you do have in Gabriel's SRV, because that one didn't blow up, you do have a med kit in there. You've used two. I think you've used what, 2 or 3? How many packs of that have you? Because you used. Did everybody get healed last time, or a few people did?
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah, the
I'd
dog
keep
got
track of that.
healed.
But there's 10 uses on a med pack, and I'm going to say that you've probably at this point used like say 4 of them. You've got 6 left. And but because you do have a med kit, anybody else, if you would like, can actually try to help. So like each of you, both Henry and Jenya, if you want, you can also try to help out.
I'm gonna use all.
Oh,
the
we
med-
can try to heal him. Okay.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
it's just
bother if I
Gabriel
were
can't like reapply to him over and over and over again. So you guys can,
Yeah.
if you would like, you can use more uses of that. But once you're out of the packs, the only person that can do it without a med kit is Gabriel.
Okay.
I'm
I
on
only have a
5
plus
health.
1 to medicine, but I mean that's better than nothing.
I mean,
Yeah, you're
look,
guaranteed 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you're guaranteed 2. You're guaranteed 2 because you can only
Oh,
roll 1.
look at that. Get 6
Ooh.
back.
That's
Wow.
6.
Yeah.
thank you.
I may as well do it too, I
Oh,
guess.
I did equals 6 rather than plus 6. I was on 5, wasn't I?
I might be screwing this rule up too, but whatever.
I got a 10.
You got 10. Oh, my god, you guys rolled really
wow.
well.
Yay.
Boris, I just got healed more than you've. Sorry, Gabe. I've just got healed more than you ever have healed me. What the hell is going on? These guys aren't medics. Are you sure you didn't just get it out of like a cereal box and claim to the nest?
No, I've been clouded by my feelings for you.
Mm.
Oh.
He's so worried about
At
you,
this-
his hands are shaking as he's trying to
yeah,
trick
he's
you.
just
Yeah.
I see.
But at this point, that's the last healing
Yeah.
Ed can get until, basically 6 hours have passed or the
Can
next
I
day
heal
has arrived
myself?
or something like
Have I
that.
not got a med kit? Can I not like just? Sorry, I think I've just broken
Yeah,
something.
I guess.
to you
Yeah,
there.
you can
You're
attempt
gonna
to
have
heal
more
yourself.
health than all of us.
Do I?
I like to
What's
see
your
him
max
try.
health?
I don't know. What is my max health?
Look on your character sheet. If you shift double click on your face,
Shift double click on my face.
and then go to the character. Oh wait, that's just showing you your max. Where is your?
Seems a little unrealistic given everything you've gone through.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I think I might be screwing this rule up, but
Yeah, maybe I can't heal my. Can I heal myself? Is that
your
a
max
thing?
endurance is
Makes
30.
sense that you
It's
would be able to.
Okay.
Yeah, your max is 30. You're at 21. Your max is 30. So if you would like to do this on yourself, I'll let you. And then, but that's it. You're done for the rest of the game.
Hell yeah. Okay, right, medicine.
So you can hold on to your one heal if you'd want to keep it for later, or you can use it right now.
You misheard me. I said hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Go. Okay.
All right. Roll medicine check. 4.
It's all right, I guess.
So you are at 25 out of 30.
Fuck.
And that's
it. That's all
all
I'm
you
ever
got.
gonna be at.
That's
Yeah.
all you got. All right, so we've got people coming in. You've all put on your spacesuits, I'm assuming, or no? Have you? Like, you don't
I
have
just
to because it is
realized-
Well,
oxygenated.
we were
in here.
already in them.
So we've just barreled into this empty garage
Yep.
without checking anything, without checking for anyone.
Yeah.
They've just gotten out and gone over and applied some band-aids to it.
Yeah.
We're all just looking at it.
Hello,
And now
Kitty
he's fine.
plasters.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just picturing like he looks like the mummy, basically. Like he's just covered in bandages. He's more bandaged than man.
Alright.
Right.
Can I do a
no.
perception check?
Yeah, I want to have a look around. So I'm gonna do the same.
Sure. You're gonna observe around in the garage, are you?
I got a 3.
I got a 12.
Oh wow. Yeah. So, Gabriel,
Just staring at my
you
feet.
look around, and Spidey, you notice this as well. Yeah. So there's a small airlock door off to the side there that you guys did notice earlier. You also noticed that, like, you guys now all notice the same thing that Ed noticed as he was barreling in, that there is a conveyor belt, and it does lead up to the side of the building. And it looks like the conveyor belt goes into the building from that elevated position. And there is these control panels here look like they are used for controlling the belt, and you might be able to. So they're used to basically control the belt and to control these cranes and stuff. I guess Ed, you're not on the belt; you're under the belt, because these belts are actually like way up top, and the cranes actually lift stuff off of them and pull them down and put them in trucks that come back in, right? So you have some options here. You could try and reprogram the cranes to try and lift you guys up onto the belt if you want to get up there, because that's the only way
can
into
we
that
not
little
climb?
hole if you want to go through that hole. Or you can try and climb up them to get up there, or you can decide to go through one of the other 2 doors that you guys have seen so far, or you can continue looking around, I guess, and see what else you can find.
I'm going to take my spacesuit off and I'm going to climb up that conveyor belt.
So you're gonna take your spacesuit off, and you're gonna climb up that conveyor belt. So
split
you're
up,
gonna go.
because I'm
You need
not
to
gonna be able
basically
to fit
use the
through that
cranes. You're
hole.
gonna
I
climb up
the
the crane
Yeah.
to get to the belt.
Okay.
Okay,
An athletics check?
that would definitely be an athletics check. Yeah, and you don't take the -1 anymore because you took your spacesuit off. Where are you leaving your spacesuit?
On the floor.
Okay.
I don't know. Should I put it back in my buggy or should I leave it in this garage? What do we think?
Well, if
Actually,
you-
yeah, I'm going to fold it up nicely and put it in my buggy. But
With
that'll take, like, a minute off
with
my remlock or
Gabriel's natural 10 on his perception, you do notice that there are a couple of container crates over here that look like they would be big enough to store your suit in if you wanted to hide it there.
But then
I'm
I would have
worried
to
about
get-
if we have to leave in a hurry.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Yep, I'm just giving
you
you
can-
options.
You can fold it up, give it to me, and I'll go out and put it in your.
Oh, yeah.
In
Are
your
you
car.
are you going to do that though?
Yeah.
You're going to put it in my buggy.
Yes.
Okay.
You're not
Just
going to
give me the
inflate
keys.
it and put it in the cockpit of one of the buggies so it makes it look like there's someone sitting there as a decoy in case those jeeps come back.
I'm trying to be nice. For
Okay.
once.
All right. Thank you very much, Gabriel.
Then you won't have to use any oxygen.
Yes.
off
Thank you
your-
very much, Gabriel. I would like
Oh,
to
can
do
you
that.
take mine too then?
All
Come
right.
on, boy.
All right.
You know, if you're going back there anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know where your car is.
It's
it's the green one.
somewhere
And
around
oh yeah.
we didn't pull your car out, but yeah, it's right where you are.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't actually have to act it out with your pawn on the map. That's fine.
I want to.
Oh, get up.
All right, that's fine too. But yes, so
I rolled a 12 for athletics.
oh yeah, you have no trouble scampering up. You the ex spy and basically like freaking Black Widow up to the top there. Yeah, you get up top there, no problem. And you take a look around, and yeah, you can see that it leads straight down the end, and it looks like it goes through, and it gets dark in there, right? Like there's no lights, but except there is little running lights along the side of the wall, but they're very, very kind of like light, not illuminated. Obviously, this is meant for containers, not for
not for
people, right? So it's not lit up in a way for people. It's lit up for just.
Do I
who
have
knows?
a torch?
Yes, you guys have on your either your wrist comms or your
Oh, right.
your hand comms. Those would be equipped with lights.
All right. I'm going to do my little wrist thing and shine a light in this dark hole.
Yeah, and you also have Gabriel, who has two giant lights on the side of his spacesuit.
Yeah, that's
Does it-
right.
Yeah.
I'm not going up there. I'm scared of
Yeah.
heights.
Well, so I rolled an 11 to get up there. And
Okay.
I was going to propose that I can yank Gabriel up there as well, because I can lift
I'm going to go have a
a
look
lot
at this
of weight.
computer.
Oh yeah, with your cyborg stuff.
and I'm strong,
totally. I'll
too.
say that you don't even need to do any extra rolls for that. With your cyborg strength, you can throw them as long as Ed doesn't stop you from doing it. You
No.
can throw them over your shoulder and you can take them up there with you.
Oh wait, what?
Hang
Why
on,
over the
I've-
shoulder? Why'd you do it like that?
I'm
Or however
I'll
you want.
carry
You can
him like a
drag you
baby.
by your leg. Yeah.
Carry
That's
him like a
fine. The
baby.
legs are alright. I don't want.
You said there was like a little computer that controlled the conveyor belt and everything, right?
Yep. That you guys all
So I
ignored.
can. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I went
standing in
straight
front
up
of it. So Henry's up there, like
'Cause I
leaning
don't
over,
want
trying
it
to
to
pull me
move.
up, and I don't want to be pulled up because I'm looking at the computer.
Yep.
So I've rolled that.
What are you doing, though?
I'm just having a look at how it works.
Oh, okay.
You doing a computer's check on it?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with that roll. So as you guys all scamper up to the top, right? You guys climb up this crane. You get up there. You pull Ed up with you. You've got all three of you up there now, and Henry's kind of like leaning over with his arm extended to help Gabriel up. And all of a sudden, the crane arm that you guys all use to climb up starts to move. And you see just Gabriel looking and tapping away on the computer panel, and all of a sudden the arm leaves where you guys are, kind of goes over, down, picks up Gabriel, and puts him right beside you on the belt.
What a legend! This is why I love you.
That was a
point
crit.
out
He rolled
that-
a crit on that computer check. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
I didn't. I'm now scared though.
Because he's up high.
I'm aroused by like just the way that you did that. That was
The way he
fantastic.
handled that computer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
I think Henry might be a little concerned now.
We're gonna try and go through this door. I'm gonna.
I was looking in it to see if I could
okay.
see like where it goes or
I
if
don't
there's
know.
anything
Yeah,
in the
so-
way, anything like that.
You had a pretty decent roll, I think, on your perception. So you look
no, I
down
didn't do
and
any.
okay, yeah, roll me a perception.
Well, before
Oh, I
Ed
should've
kills
just
himself
let you
trying
go
to
with
get up
that.
here, I think I might
Yeah.
grab him.
I got grabbed.
Oh
off,
no, I
apparently.
thought Henry, I thought you took, or you were going for Gabriel, not for Ed.
I was going for Gabriel at first.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so
Like
Ed's still
Gabriel
down
did all
there.
his computer stuff.
But
Yeah.
if you would like, Gabriel can totally have used the crane to put Ed up there too. But
I did roll a very bad athletics check.
what you see, you went you're on a natural one.
So you tried.
But you rolled that. Okay, you rolled that before Gabriel did his computer check. So this is the
Yeah.
way I see the series of events.
Okay.
Gabriel. So
Be kind.
So we have Jenya up there. She went up there, no problem at all, like a trapeze artist, just full of skill and beauty, and then we had the cyborg. Get up there pretty easily. He scampered up. He tried to bring Gabriel with him, but Gabriel wouldn't have it. So he gets up top, and then we have Ed Foster, who tries to scamper up behind him, and he gets maybe, it's like a kid trying to climb a tree, and he's never done it before, and he doesn't know what he's doing, and he tries to scamper up, and he like wraps around it with like his legs and his arms, and he just tries to like get up, and then he just slides back down to the ground. And as he's like sitting there, kind of like hugging this crane, not trying to figure out how to get up, a crane comes up behind him, picks him up, puts him on top, and then goes back down, picks up Gabriel, and puts him on top, and you're all up there.
Thank you.
All right, and now you've looked in to
Yes,
see.
I've got an 11 on my perception.
Oh, beautiful. So yeah, you stare down, and it's a straight tunnel that goes deep within this facility. You can't see the end to it. It just kind of like keeps going until it's out of your line of sight.
Oh,
But
is
it
there
goes straight.
a big logo on the side of the building that says Black Swan Pharmaceuticals? By chance?
Believe it or not, you guys looked around the front of the building, and yeah, there was it's just like a white non-distinct. Looks like an industrial building. There's no
On the other side.
logos or anything.
Okay. And so there's no like what's the word? Like how these bits on the conveyor belt are sticking out, where we climbed up.
There's no what? Sorry.
There's nothing. These bits on the conveyor belt that jut out. There's
Yeah.
nothing like that I can see, like openings.
No, it looks
in the
like
other bit?
just a tunnel the size of the belt that just
Yeah.
goes straight in and eventually goes out of sight down the end.
Okay. What do we think? This
can
tunnel
crawl in
goes
there.
like we just crawl through,
I
see
didn't
where
go
it
up here
goes.
for nothing.
All right. I'm crawling through the tunnel.
Hopefully you can fit through in your suit.
Oh yeah, you're in your spacesuit.
Yeah, and I'm a fairly chubby guy to start with, so I'll go last.
Yeah.
So what is put your guys in order, your marching order as you go down this tunnel.
Well, I was
Well,
gonna say
I'm
I'll
in the
go
way, so-
behind. I'll go behind Gabriel in case he gets stuck. I can just shove him through.
Okay.
In case he Winnie the Poohs himself.
Yeah. Like
All right.
I can lift 100 kilos, so
Yeah, you're
like
pretty strong.
kilograms, So
You could have just tossed him up to the belt.
yeah, I was thinking about it.
All right, so we've got Jenya up front, and you're looking in, and so you have to get down and crawl on your hands and knees to go through here. But it is a fairly decent size. Like you can't stand up in here. You might actually be able to like crouch walk through here if you wanted, right? But it's easier just to crawl. It's fairly large because you realize that this is built for whatever the size of the containers that they're pulling out of here are, right? And because of that, actually Gabriel doesn't have too much trouble. He is he's definitely tighter in there than the rest of you guys are. And as he moves through every once in a while, he will actually roll me are you guys trying to be quiet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The rest of
I
you
am,
don't need
at
to.
least.
The rest of you don't need to, but Gabriel, because of your bulk, you need to roll me a stealth check.
There we go. And I lose one, don't I?
Yes.
Not that
So it's only a 9, but still a 9 is a pretty decent roll. So you're going through there, and maybe because you've got the cyborg behind you as well with his enhanced vision and his extra strength, as you're moving through, maybe every once in a while there's a chance that you're gonna bang the side with your spacesuit and make some noise, and he might put his hand out and kind of hold you in place to stop you from banging the side. But generally speaking, you're actually doing pretty well on your own. But those little offshoots every once in a while, you feel him kind of hold you in place. You stop and then you keep going. But the four of you.
Is my stealth affected by the fact I'm wearing a high-vis vest and have my lights on?
Probably not in
Yes. Yes,
tunnel.
yes, it totally is.
Oh.
But as
this
you
is
crawl
about
through here, you
sound.
realize there's no like this is just metal walls with tiny little running lights that don't give much visibility at all. Your lights give tons of visibility. So from behind, Jenya, as you crawl forward, because of those lights, you have a great view in front of you as you walk
great.
down.
Cool.
But you realize that the noise is probably the biggest concern if you like hit the walls, because you feel like you're actually up in like the roof or the above part of this building, right? Like it seems like you're above everything, and the walls of this tunnel are like completely opaque, right? They're not windowed or anything like that. They're just solid metal, right? So the lights don't seem to be giving you away at all, but if you were to hit the sides, that definitely would have caused a problem. As you, or at least you might think it might, right? Like you're making noise, but you make it all the way to the end, and Jenny, as you make it all the way to the end, because of the light too, you can see that it ends, and then it looks like it leads down, out, like it leads out into another room, where these where this belt continues, right? But you're up quite high. It looks like it's a similar setup in here as where you guys came from. These belt were built to be stuff placed on it using these cranes, as opposed to like a walkway or any kind of other way. So as you guys enter into this room, I will show you some new stuff. And remember, as I move you guys, that you are up on the belt above everything. And as you crawl through, you come out on the belt in this room up top, and you look around, and it's a similar setup, right? There is like you can drop down obviously from here if you want. It's let me see here. Like it's enough of a distance that if you mess up the jump, you might hurt yourself. You can try and leap onto the crane over there and then climb down the crane. And if somebody gets down there, there is another set of controls that you might be able to use the crane, like Gabriel did in the other room.
Can I see any people from where I am?
Oh yeah, I guess I should give you the situation in this room, right?
The floor is made of lava.
The floor is made of lava. Yes, exactly. Let me go find. You guys are in. Which room are you in? So as you come out here, you see an impressive automated facility with state-of-the-art robotic machinery, huge vats near the back of the room. So those big circular red tubes over there, those look like giant vats, like just massive. They're obviously used to mix and simmer combinations of chemicals. Machinery used to powder the vat's output and package it into small little bags. A crane arm stands between the packaging machine and the vent leading to the conveyor system. Looks like used to move like the boxes up onto it that you've kind of already surmised from the previous room. All the machinery and the belt in this room are inactive. The large amounts of blue crystals can be seen at the bottom of the vats. I guess I should have made those green, not red, but there you go. There's a central computer between some of the machinery down there. You do not see any people in here or any movement. It's an empty room.
Okay. Okay.
Are you going to climb down?
Yeah. I'm going to. How far of a drop is it?
It's not a horrible drop. If you land, like if you roll decent enough on the athletic check, you'll be fine. But if you mess it up, you might drop and hurt yourself.
Is it more than?
It doesn't seem like life-threatening distance.
Meters.
Yeah.
Or I guess more
I'd
than
say. I'm trying to think of the right number here.
Okay,
Like
I'll explain what I.
It's like you know, like if you're in a room right now, the normal height to the ceiling of the room you're in right now, it's higher than that because it's an industrial facility with giant vats and everything. So probably maybe like double that, right?
Ooh.
It's quite high.
So like 15, 20
Yeah,
feet
that is
probably.
quite high.
What were you planning on doing?
My plan was to like sort of climb down and hang off of the edge and then drop nicely to the ground, but that feels like it's a bit too high.
I have an idea. A perfect
Yeah?
idea that can never go wrong.
Yes.
I will be the first person to hang, and then people can climb down me,
Climb down you.
and then drop
Okay.
off of me. So then
Okay.
it's only
This
like a
sounds-
3-4 foot drop.
You've got
Sounds
to get
flawless.
Yeah, it
past.
does.
I'm really strong.
You've got to
so
crawl past Gabriel. In the
We'll just push him off.
funnel.
Yeah, just shove him.
Because if you shove him, he'll probably shove all of us.
Oh, true.
Or just like grab for something. And
All right.
Yeah, if I can get by him, I will. If I can't, then
I'll
how
say
open?
it'll take you a little bit of time to sort this out. Like worst case scenario, you have to like back all the way back out the other side, change the order, come back in, right? But if you want to do it, then yeah, like again, there'll be Benny Hill music going as this happens.
Yeah.
But
right, is that
but
what we
ultimately,
wanna do?
you kind of get in the order you want to get into, and then you can give this a go.
yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
like the best
Sounds
plan.
good. Yeah.
All right. So first, I believe if I skills wise, I think that athletics is the only one. Like I'm looking for like a
Yeah,
strength based skill for you to hold on, but I'm going to assume that that's probably just athletics. Athletics, and just give you an extra +1 because of your cybernetics. So roll and add an extra 1 to it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a crit.
+1.
You like, you have one robotic arm, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So you hold on, you like hang down, and your one hand just like clamps nice in place, and you feel really secure there. Who's then climbing down afterwards?
Can I go next?
I was gonna say if
Yep.
Jenya goes, then she can get down to the bottom and catch if someone falls, or try to catch them.
No. I was thinking I would look at the computer and see if I can use the
I guess that
crane.
works too.
Yeah, that's a plan too. But yeah, so roll me an athletics check to climb down Henry Kincaid, and then like let yourself fall and then land nicely on the ground.
That's a 9.
Yeah, 9. That's more than enough. So yeah, you
Nice.
climb down, and then kind of like get to the edge of his legs, right, holding onto his feet,
Yeah.
then let go and nicely crouch land, 3-point landing on the ground as you.
Seal team
Although
six.
those hurt more. They look good on the movies, but they actually hurt. So
Yeah,
you
they're
probably
really
just do
bad
a
on the
proper landing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're down, and you got Henry just hanging there.
I can hang here all day.
Oh, okay. So you don't want me to see if I can use the crane?
Oh yeah, do that. I'm not gonna
Oh.
jump. I'm just saying you can take your time and
Okay.
work in the
All right. Well, I'm gonna push Ed down.
Oh no,
'Cause I'm
I can't use the
scared.
computer.
I'm not gonna push. I'm not gonna push. I'm gonna like gently grab your hips and like direct you so that you don't fall, and then you can climb down Henry.
how am I going to get any work done when you're doing shit like this? I'm just going to be like just ready to go all the time. Like,
So while Gabriel is trying to coax Ed to climb down Henry, we've got Jenya trying to use the computer to actually use the crane to bring everybody down.
Just
So go ahead
forgotten
and
how to use computers.
go ahead and roll a
I
computer
I rolled
check.
a nat 1.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you're fiddling with it. I don't know if Gabriel
She's
or
like
Ed
doing
even
this.
noticed that he
Yeah,
was trying. But yeah, she's unable to get access to the system. Gabriel and Ed, you are on top of this thing. Gabriel trying to coax Ed to climb down Henry. Henry hanging there. What happens?
I
You
guess I
climb
should
down.
probably try and make it down. Yeah, at this point.
All right, roll me an athletics check.
Okay, I could just throw myself off, I guess. Head first, straight.
Do you just
down.
jump? Do you just run and jump?
No, I'm not gonna do. I'm not
No.
gonna do that.
No. There you go.
Okay.
A 10, yeah. So you don't have any trouble. You managed to wriggle your way down and
Yep.
drop down beside Jenny, who's trying to work the computer right now and swearing at it.
I've climbed down too.
All right, go for it. Roll your. Oh, yeah, that's a 9. That's more than enough. You climb down, drop, and now Henry, you're just hanging there.
Yep. I was thinking about climbing down that robotic arm, but seeing what Jenny's doing to that computer, I
Well, now
don't think I will in case she accidentally turns it
We
on.
could make like a little we
You know.
could link arms and let him drop. If me and Gabriel link arms, make like a little makeshift net for him to like land in, and we can cradle him. as
I'm
he
sure
falls.
he's like super heavy.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's
that
made of
might
metal?
not be a great idea because most of
Well,
my
I'm gonna
organs are replaced with electronics.
I'm gonna walk up to the computer and
Ooh.
So you're just hanging there while
Yep.
yeah,
I was-
I've gone up to the computer and I've found solitaire. So I've
Nice.
played that. I rolled an 8.
yeah. So you got a 10 to get
play
into the
solitaire.
computer system and use the
Alright,
crane.
and now-
You've
and now I'm gonna
you're
roll
familiar.
again to-
Sorry.
Oh, okay. So no, that was just to see if there are any games on it.
Oh, yeah. You found a couple games.
Okay.
There's
well,
like
I've played them.
some ancient stuff on there like asteroids and solitaire. Yep. As well as some newfangled games. Elite Dangerous 3301 style video games that are pretty cool.
All right. Do I need to roll again in order to get him down, or do I just know how to use it?
No, with that check, like you would have found the games and you're familiar with the system now because you've used it in the other room. You basically mess about with the games for a little bit to make Henry think that you're not going to bring him down, and then the crane starts moving and grabs him, drops him, or nicely places him on the ground.
Cool.
Okay.
So yes,
So we're
you
all
guys are
down.
all in this room.
It's this
Together.
computer here that I'm standing in front of. Is this
Yep.
isn't for the crane, is it?
Yeah, that was the crane controls.
Oh, okay. What's this one over here?
That looks like it's the packaging like it's the packaging system that puts things into the bags and then puts them in the
Beautiful.
boxes and gets everything ready to go up onto the. Up
Can
into
I
the top.
learn anything else by doing a computer check? Can I see if there's anything about who runs this system? Do I just yell hacking and then
Hacker man.
Yep.
do a hack?
Do a computer check on that one now, and let's see what you discover. Because this is the packaging system.
Hang on.
Oh,
There's someone who
and of course
does
this time you
SQL
get a
here.
natural one.
Yeah. I've
This
forgotten how to
system
use
is quite
computers,
different
though.
than what you're used to.
Okay. Well, I'm going to suggest that the spy
Okay.
does some spy
I'll
things.
come over and try and use this computer too.
Yeah, you're an expert with cranes, but this science shit,
Oh
weird.
man.
You're only
7.
the doctor. I mean, you can't be expected to understand.
It's also hard to use the keyboard with my space.
So you attempt to access the system, and the computer locks you out at this point.
Oh.
Because I've tried to log in too many times. Okay.
So sadly,
shall we have a-
unless you want to try and it's locked now, so you're going to need to try and bypass it and get in another way, or you can try and come back to it later if you find the key information, like the security information to unlock it.
I think we should look around this. Can I get
Yeah.
into these containers? Do I do a perception check and try to look through these, whatever these,
Not get in them, right?
The vats.
or open them?
Yeah.
No, these. What are these green?
Oh,
things?
the containers.
Right.
Yeah. If you have the arrow selected in the toolbar, if you click and hold in an area, you can do a ping there to show me what you're looking at. There you
That's
go.
what I was trying to work out before. That's why I
There
was
you go.
drawing stuff all over the screen because I didn't have
So you want to go and look in these containers and stuff. So yeah, you did a basic peruse through here. These containers, like all the different containers in this room, they're unlike the other containers that you've found so far, where they have the packaged blue crystals. These ones look like it's a whole bunch of different different chemicals and different raw materials that are used to actually probably create whatever that blue stuff is or whatever else they make in this room.
All right. So this is where it all comes from, and those trucks take it to somewhere else. I'm going to assume
Yeah.
where the spaceships pick them up.
Yeah.
Well, you do know that the truck was full, right? So they obviously had just been filled up, likely from here, and they were going somewhere else.
Okay. So shall we?
Are there any markings in this room? Like any?
Yeah, no, you don't see like if you're looking for writing in blood on the walls. Was that kind of what you were thinking?
Well, yeah, anything
You don't see
like
any of that. No, no. It's this room actually is quite clean. It looks like in well ordered. Yeah,
It's a nice surprise, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Could I suggest
it's a
that someone
fancy
goes
lab.
up to the top of where those vats are and like sticks their hand in and
I'll do it.
just try to taste?
I wouldn't recommend it.
I was gonna suggest that we do some decorating in blood to make it match the other one.
Who's
Oh, yeah, we could do that. I could. Mine.
Oh, we could just dip it into his cheeks and just like a little just that and smear on the wall.
wow.
Oh, that's an image. Holy crap.
Do any of us have any black pens, like permanent markers or anything?
Are you going to write "Genu was here" on the wall?
No. I was
Worst
gonna like
spy
a swan
ever.
and draw a picture of a swan and take a picture of that and then
Oh,
go.
we're gonna-
Hit the D100 dice. Let's see if you're lucky enough to remember to bring a pen with you.
To falsify
D100,
evidence.
How do I do that?
So
here
that's
you go.
the little. It looks like a dice in that little.
24.
No, you didn't bring a pen with you.
Oh.
It's the 33rd century. They use computers. Why would you bring a
Yeah.
pen?
Yeah.
I'm standing at a door right now. Am I allowed to look through this door, or have you checked the time? What are we doing?
We are actually. Yeah, we are at past the 3-hour mark at this point. So, you guys have found this facility. This is obviously the location where the drugs, based on what you see here in this lab, this looks like the place that's making this stuff.
And I'm
The
gonna
truck
take
led you
pictures
here.
of all of this,
Oh, yeah.
the lab and stuff. I'm gonna take pictures
Yep.
of it for my.
That totally
Around
makes
me.
sense.
For your
Yeah.
stock.
So at this point, if you would like, we can stop here, and then the next session, the next episode, next week, you guys can explore this facility and see if you can find the evidence that this is Black Swan and that this is the facility, and the information you need is here to then contact your police chief and get the cavalry in.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the next session might be the finale.
This session could have been the finale if we actually,
Yeah.
if we didn't spend a good 20 minutes on a conveyor belt.
But that's why people tune in and watch us, because they know it's going to take us half an hour to walk 5 feet.
Well, you guys do find really entertaining ways to move from one place to another. I got to say that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm quite enjoying it.
Yeah. I
Well,
like
let's
moving through vents more than the combat.
let's go back to the full screen of us, and we can say goodbye to everybody. We'll see you next week. Same bat place, same bat time. And I hope you guys have an awesome week. We'll see you next week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
No, I got to press the button. Uh-oh.
Oh, way to go. It's like when you say